Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school softball. Tonight's game is presented by the Kime Company, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Right Mark Roofing. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Wood Electric, Stocker Concrete, Grandview Exterior Systems, the Cush Financial Group, and PAC Drilling. Now, let's head to the field with Big Z Sports.
An absolutely picture-perfect Monday afternoon with high school softball back again on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Good evening, everyone. Nick McWilliams and Shannon Thomas, your broadcast crew for this one, as the Sandy Valley Cardinals are set to host the Ridgewood Generals. Two teams off to a great start this year, Shannon, but at this point we almost can't say great start to the year because we're inching closer to the midway point already in the softball season.
No, and you got to like the way that both of these teams are playing right now, and it's going to be a great IVC matchup today. And the coaches, they're pumped about this because both teams are going to get to see a very good pitcher. You got some hot bats on both sides, so we're in for a real great ball game, I believe, today.
Well, a lot of fun with this matchup because I was going back through the last few years that these two teams have met. If you remember, there's been a lot of intrigue in this game the past few years. This is one that I think last year went into extra innings. I think the year prior to that it was maybe a one-run game or something along those lines. It's been really tightly contested, and it seems to be that way, especially when it's played here outside Magnolia.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It comes down to each other very well. You're in the same conference, but you're on different sides, and you just want to go in and you want to beat each other. You want those bragging rights, and both of these teams come in, and they got some veteran players that these squads could lean on. And it's just like you said, the last couple of years, it's come down to a run here, run there, extra innings. It might be that case today with the two pitchers that they have on in the circle. We're going to have to see whose bats can get hot.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about that matchup in the circle, it's going to be a fun one. It's Addison Lammers, the senior, on one side for the Ridgewood Generals. It is Bellamide, the senior, on the other side for the Sandy Valley Cardinals. Both these teams have seen the opponent's pitcher quite a bit through the years because they see him all the time. They have been the stars of their respective teams in terms of taking the mound every single day or most days for the past couple of years, and both of them can really bring it. Now, that's going to take an adjustment on the hitters then to know exactly what to expect there and get the bat on the ball. It's not going to take, a Herculean effort to really swing as hard as you possibly can and put the velocity on it. Both these pitchers have plenty of velocity to bring to these batters.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to. Today, you don't want to swing for the fences. When you're going up against a pitcher like that, you want to make contact. You want to put the ball in play. If you can advance bases, base runners, that's a big plus. And with two pitchers like that, all it takes is somebody get on base, and you might have to play a little bit of small ball to try to get somebody around.
Well, you know how I am when it comes to softball and baseball. I'm going to be a big fan of that if that's what we do.
Small ball can get exciting at times, and sometimes it can get miserable to watch.
Well, it can also get miserable if you're the defense trying to stop it and nothing just seems to work out right. It's going to be a really great matchup. Now, it was Ridgewood who was undefeated the last time that we saw them. Been a little bit of a rough stretch since there. They've gone 1-3 over their last 4 games. They dropped back-to-back ones to Garraway, and then they had a tough loss to Harrison Central. So this is a Ridgewood team looking to bounce back in a big way.
Yeah, and they can, and they got some big bats. When those bats get hot, they get rolling. And I kind of don't want to take a step back to what we were just talking about, but if that small ball game comes into play, look at the two catchers we got behind the plate. We got a freshman for Ridgewood who is just outstanding. We've seen her made some great plays the last time, caught one coming back towards the fence. Petro on the other side. Seems like that we've been covering her for about 10 years, but she's an absolute force to be dealt with behind the plate.
One of those fourth-year senior kind of thing, or sixth-year senior kind of things.
Yeah, but she's got a big bat too. So it's going to come down to whichever team can get that big bat going. And like you said, Ridgewood, we know what they can do, but they went up against two very good softball teams, dropped a couple of them. They're looking to bounce back. The only thing, Sandy Valley stands in their way.
Yeah, going to be a fun one for sure. Stay tuned for all that action here on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. If you have not done so, get subscribed today so you never miss out on a broadcast. We'll have plenty more coming up the rest of this week. all weather permitting, of course, because who knows what Mother Nature has in store for us. But what we have in store for you is plenty more coming up that you can see on our schedule on the Big Z Sports Facebook page. Stay tuned, because coming up after the break, you're going to be hearing from both head coaches, Amber Bates from Ridgewood and Courtney Russell from Sandy Valley, on the way in your Wood Electric pregame show.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling their residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Every game begins with a spark. Athletes stepping onto the court, families filling the stands, and communities coming together. At Niedenthal & Company, their belief is that this spirit is what makes our communities such special places to live and grow. To all athletes in Tuscarawas, Holmes, Wayne, and Stark counties, your dedication inspires us all. Keep pushing, keep believing, and know your communities are behind you every step of the way. Niedenthal & Company wishes all athletes competing the best of luck this season.
Hey, all you Guardians and Indians fans. This is 1980 American League Rookie of the Year, Joe Charbonneau. I will be at Shenanigans in Dover, April 11th from 1 to 3 for a meet and greet, courtesy of the Tuscarawas County Brownsbacker T-County Boxing Academy and Shenanigans Bar and Grill. Check out Tuscarawas County Brownsbackers Facebook page for details. Hope to see you there.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
Welcome back to your Wood Electric pregame show as high school softball back again on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, kicking off another work week. The Ridgewood Generals in town to take on the Sandy Valley Cardinals here from the home of the Cardinals. We go along the base pass with the coach, brought to you by the Cush Financial Group. Head coach Amber Bates for the Ridgewood Generals. Coach, we've seen you guys a couple times this year. You know, the last time we talked, it was an undefeated season so far. Been a little bit tougher stretch so far for the Generals, but you almost need those stretches to kind of grow and improve.
You're right. We needed them to kind of get everybody's mind at ease here, because it's always tough getting that first loss and getting past it. Once we're past it, then we kind of learn from it and go on. So we had a little bit of a stretch there. We had Garaway back-to-back, so they're a tough team. So we got past them, and then our next loss was here this last weekend against Harrison Central. Now we didn't play our best game, but someday you have them. So.
Well, and that not playing the best game thing, you know, you start learning a little bit more about your team, you know, maybe some areas where you guys really want to work on improving on. Is that something that your coaching staff, sat down and realized, we're almost at the midway point of the season, but there's still plenty of areas that we could work on and keep getting better?
Yeah, and, sometimes as a coaching staff, too, we kind of get comfortable with how things were going. So seeing these couple losses, we're like, maybe we need to move some things around, make some adjustments. So we're going to do that tonight, see how it works, and hopefully it works in our favor.
Well, we'll wait and see what those are. We won't spoil it for anybody yet at this point, but I think most people are probably going to realize who've been watching Generals softball. We probably have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see in the circle. It's been another dominant season so far there.
It is. We're fortunate. We have a senior and a freshman both that can pitch, and that really helps us. They've both got about the same speed, same spin, so it helps us, but yeah, I expect good things tonight from them.
Now, looking across the diamond at the Sandy Valley team, this is always a team that it kind of makes things interesting when you guys come down here or they show up in your neck of the woods. Are we expecting more fireworks here today?
With them, you're going to play a team that's ready to play. They are ready to play every night that they come out on the field. She has them ready, and I tell our girls that every time we come here, whether it's good or bad, we want to win, but you better be ready to play. If any games this season, it's got to be this game.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to that. And, the last question I have for you, it's going to be a battle of two really good pitchers in the circle. We know what Bella Meade has done for years over there with the Cardinals. Knowing that you guys have seen her that often, though, does that sometimes, I don't want to say give anybody an edge, but really helps your batters at the plate, have a better understanding of what approach they should have?
It should. And yes, we know what she's going to do. It's just getting them mentally prepared, they've got to make the adjustments in the box. We've seen all different velocity of pitchers, and they should have no problem. Our hitting's been good this year, so they should have no problem. But sometimes it's Sandy Valley. You never know what you're going to get.
Always appreciate your time, Coach, and good luck to the Generals here this evening.
Thank you.
Head Coach Amber Bates for the Ridgewood Generals, brought to you by the Cush Financial Group. Stay tuned. We've got the night's first pitch on the way on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel.
Are you ready to take the next step toward your future? Join us for the next Buckeye Career Center Open House Thursday, March 19th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. This is a combined high school and adult education event. Explore hands-on career tech labs and 10 full-time adult programs. Meet our staff and enjoy self-guided tours, plus a complimentary meal. High school students who apply for next school year receive a small gift, and adults will have their $50 application fee waived. Again, that's the next Buckeye Career Center Open House, March 19th.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best. Welcome back to your Wood Electric pregame show live from Sandy Valley High School as the Sandy Valley Cardinals are hosting the Ridgewood Generals. High school softball on the way on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel as we go along the base paths with the coach. Brought to you by the Cush Financial Group. Head coach Courtney Russell for the Sandy Valley Cardinals. We can't even say early season tilt anymore. Already feeling like almost the midway point. It's been a really nice start for the Sandy Valley team this year.
Yes, it really has. We've come out pretty strong. Had a lot of good competition. Like you said, halfway through the year almost. It's hard to believe we're at that point, but we've been pretty solid.
Now, what has been kind of what's led to those solid marks so far? I mean, for most teams, whenever they're going to be taking on the Cardinals, they see two names, whether it's between the circle or behind the plate, in Meade and Petro. They pretty much know, hey, we've dealt with that team for a while now, but that's kind of really solid whenever you can go into a game and have faith in that pair from in terms of the pitching game.
Yeah, Bella's done an awesome job on the mound. We've had Teresa behind the plate as well. Our bats have been hot. That's been a big thing for us this season so far. We've been able to kind of lock down. We've got a couple of sophomores coming in who are really stepping up and taking on big roles, and even some freshmen as well that are ready to kind of step in and make their statement at the varsity level.
Do you think sometimes that comes into, or how that builds the confidence of those younger players? They haven't necessarily experienced a lot of time at the varsity level. Maybe they're coming in just with a little bit more of a free attitude, so to speak, going at the plate, not pushing so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely helps when you have the person in front of you that gets on base and then kind of get things rolling. I'm honestly, I can say I'm confident with our whole lineup that we have in there coming in at the plate, even defensively. We've got a lot of new position changes with moving people around, with moving our third baseman to shortstop, and a new third baseman coming in for us, a new second baseman. Honestly, our outfield has changed a lot as well, so we're kind of moving a lot of people around, but they really started to settle in, even those younger ones coming in.
And this is always an interesting matchup when you take on Ridgewood. We were going back through the past few years on how this has shaped up, and it always seems to be an interesting battle, and considering that you guys are very, very similar in terms of your record so far, should be a pretty good test at this point of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. We're both coming off of a tough loss on Saturday, both Ridgewood and us, so I'm excited to see what we have today. The team who comes out most guts, ready to go, who wants it more is going to get it today.
And finally, for you, Coach, we don't have to tell anybody who's been watching softball around this area, and specifically Sandy Valley Cardinal softball, just how good Bella's been on the mound for you guys. Is there anything that you think at this point of her career that you could really tell her, or do you have utmost of confidence that, she can go out there and pretty much get it done?
Yeah, I believe in her with everything I've got. She's stepped up and taken on any challenge that I've thrown at her, whether it's offensively, defensively, on the mound. She takes ownership of what she's doing on the mound, and she's helped us big time offensively this season at the plate as well. She's kind of stepped in and relied on her defense to help her out as well, so a lot of that pressure, obviously, she's played a lot of ball games, she wants to do well, but she's definitely maturing as we see her in the mound.
Well, always appreciate your time, Coach, and good luck to the Cardinals here today.
Thank you so much.
Head Coach Courtney Russell for the Sandy Valley Cardinals, brought to you by the Cush Financial Group. Stay tuned. You'll be hearing from Ridgewood Head Coach Amber Bates right after this on your Wood Electric Pregame Show.
As a parent, a high school sports season can be exhausting. From traveling to games, eating on the run, getting to bed late, and still working your 9 to 5. After all that, you need to unwind, and there is no better way to do that than at one of the 10 lakes operated by the Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District. The opportunities are endless with things to do, plus the option of primitive tent camping or treating yourself to glamping in one of their cabins. See all the Muskingum Watershed offers by finding them at mwcd.org.
Planning for the future isn't just about documents, and at Bratton Law LLC, it's about peace of mind. With years of practical experience in estate planning, elder law, special needs planning, real estate, business, and guardianship, Bratton Law attorneys see firsthand how families end up in probate. They can help you protect your loved ones, preserve your assets, and give you control every step of the way. Plan today with confidence with Bratton Law LLC. Learn more online at brattonlawcoshocton.com or call 740-202-9557.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Chenaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Chenaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Save the date. Customer Appreciation Days are happening at Keim Home Center and Keim Mount Hope Hardware, April 13th through the 18th. Join us for a full week of celebrating you, our customers, with 10% off select items store-wide, live demos in the shop, gift card giveaways, food, and more. Visit us online at keimhome.com or follow Keim on Facebook for more details. We'll see you April 13th through the 18th for Customer Appreciation Days at Keim Home Center in Charm and Keim Mount Hope Hardware.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
At Hartson's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Hartson's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
Live here from the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio, we'll be wrapping up your Wood Electric pregame show here shortly, but first your starting lineups brought to you by Stocker Concrete. Shannon, you have the visiting Ridgewood Lady Generals.
Yeah, leading off for the Generals will be your shortstop, number 2, Cadence Lana. Then batting second will be number 18, Rylan Medley. She's your designated player. 00, Britley Bates, your catcher, will be batting third. Batting fourth will be Kiara Schock, your right fielder. She wears number 9. Batting fifth will be number 4, Addison Lammers, your pitcher. Then up will be number 23, Jaden Jarvis, your first baseman. And then Fruchik will be batting after her. She's your center fielder wearing number 13. Batting seventh will be number 7, Braylee Cox. She's your third baseman. Batting eighth will be Elizabeth Fender. She's your second baseman and wears number 8. And actually, she's your 9th batter. I got my numbers mixed up there. And your flex player will be Kendall Crago, and she plays left field.
As for your Stocker Concrete starting lineups for the home Sandy Valley Cardinals, number 4, your shortstop, Nadia Douglas, leads it off. Then batting second, Grayson Winters, the center fielder, number 21. Number 3 in batting third is Bella Mead. She'll be in the starting circle today. Teresa Petro, the catcher, will be batting fourth, wearing number 10. Number 35, third baseman, Brooklyn Davis. Then it is Britta Curley, the first baseman, number 9. After that, Lucy Mead, the right fielder, wears number 11. Logan Maley, the second baseman, wears number 14. And number 27, your left fielder, Eliana Cox. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by Stocker Concrete as we get set to wrap up our pregame show. Shannon, before that, a little extended pregame show for us, or extended break, because they honored the youth softball programs here for Sandy Valley. Some great numbers across the board for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's outstanding. When you're a varsity coach and you get to look and see all those kids in your youth program, that's got to put a smile on your face. And we were standing out here on the steps watching all those little kids, and they were excited that they got to walk out onto the big field, and high five all of their varsity players' hands and stuff. It put a big smile on their faces. The varsity players were standing there, gave them a little gift, gave them a little fist bump. It's a big day for those youth.
Yeah, this will be eventually your future of Sandy Valley Cardinal softball that was out there on the field. Absolutely beautiful backdrop at a packed house with it being Youth Recognition Night. And, you look over the left field fence and you see the Sandy Valley baseball team also on the field today as they're taking on, I believe, also the Ridgewood Generals, of course. Both Ridgewood teams traveling together. Great night for some baseball and some softball. You know, this is so funny how the spring season always seems to go around here in Ohio. We started off, it was bitter cold. There was some snow flurries in the air for some of our games. Now it's absolutely gorgeous, kind of peak spring weather, a little bit warm even. And then by the end of the year, you know, we're going to be sweating up there, hopefully, at Akron Firestone.
Yeah, and we got a lot of great teams in our area that got a shot to make it to Akron, and we're excited that we get to cover about, I think we're around 16, 17 teams we cover.
I honestly lose track half the time.
I mean, every time we think we get that number solidified, Adam comes to us and say, hey, we've expanded a little bit. So, you know, and we couldn't do it without all these great sponsors, and any sponsors that jump on board, we thank you. And when you go to one of those businesses, let them know you heard them on Big Z Sports, because they appreciate your kids enough to sponsor us. And we want to, you know, help them out with their business.
And, you know, we say about a team making a run to Akron Firestone, that's where we would love to be by the end of the year. Hey, we haven't been to Canal Park yet for a baseball side of things. Maybe this could be the year for that.
Yeah, and we got a couple baseball teams that are really playing good, look sound. A lot of teams right now got some good numbers and no injuries.
I guess it's no longer called Canal Park technically, so we'll get that right if we end up up there.
We're going to go to Rubber Duck Stadium. How about that?
There you go. You could always go that way. That's what Shannon's preferred way of announcing that. As the Sandy Valley Lady Cardinals take the field trying to defend their home turf, or home grass, I should say, one of the, you can't say last fields left. It is the natural grass and dirt surface, but always love this kind of infield, you know, the straight dirt infield, straight grass outfield. You know that you're going to have some hard-hit ground balls, though, because this is a very hard playing surface. It almost plays like turf sometimes.
Yeah, it's nice and packed, and the crew's done a nice job getting this field ready today. And we've had some great weather, so they didn't have to deal with a lot of that. But hey, as a guy that likes to mow grass, I see those nice straight lines out there. It's looking good.
Yeah, I don't mow that straight, unfortunately. You don't want to look at my grass. It's not going to look anything like that. In the starting circle for the Sandy Valley Cardinals, as we already mentioned during your Stalker Concrete starting lineups, it is Bellamy, the senior for Sandy Valley, not only coming in here, leading the team in terms of in the circle, as she has posted so far a 6-2 record in 52 innings, 18 earned runs, 50 strikeouts, only 11 walks issued, so she's flirting with about a strikeout an inning. No surprise considering what we've seen from Meade throughout her career.
Yeah, she's just one of those girls that's gotten better every year. And you think that once they hit that junior year, it's like, well, this is the piece of work we got. This is where she's developed to. And then somebody like her puts in the work in the off season, and they come back a little bit better, a little more control, a little more speed, and it's shown here early in the season.
Well, she's going to be facing a Ridgewood team that comes in here, and their leading batter in terms of, you're just looking at the statistical category in batting average, is Britley Bates, a freshman, batting .548 with 13 RBIs and 4 home runs. This Generals softball team has driven in 60 runs so far this year, and runs might be coming at a premium here today, so we'll see how the Ridgewood approach is at the plate. Your opening pitch for tonight, it'll be brought to you by Brayton Law, which I'm sure Shannon's going to be telling you all about something with Brayton Law coming up here in a little bit, as Meade will rock and fire her first offering to shortstop. Cadence Lana is right down the middle for a strike, and we are underway. These early plate appearances for this Generals team might be more about feeling it out, kind of getting a good gauge on what you're going to expect from Meade, as she took something off of it, offered it out of the zone for ball number 1. I say getting a good feel for what Meade's going to offer, but Shannon, they've seen her a whole lot. She's been up at the varsity level for quite a while.
Yeah, it's just one of those players that you've seen a lot of her since she was a freshman, and the thing is, it don't matter which day, you got to get her timed up.
1-1 goes up in the zone, and Lana can't catch up to it. It's now 1-2.
Yeah, she got that one to rise up to her, and then Lana's seen it coming, and she pulled back like she was going to hit it, and she just watched it go under her bat. She got a little high.
Center field playing kind of shallow, taking a few steps in as Meade kicks, steals, fouled off to the right side, out of play. And into the bleachers it goes. A lot of youth softball players out there today, Shannon. Surprised don't see many gloves out there from them.
They didn't bring their gloves with them.
Could have worked on some fly balls. Though the wind blowing in strong from left field across the field to right field might do some interesting things with the fly balls. 1-2 again, goes high, and this time Lana lays off. Now the count even at 2-2.
Yeah, if you're going to get one out of the park today, you're going to have to work a little bit for it. Like I said, that wind's kind of gusty. That flag's standing pretty straight up and down out there.
2-2. High again, kind of out of the zone, away as well, so now a full count. Not only that, you're not going to get away with one that you're going to get under here today that's just going to carry. You're going to have to drive it through the wind. Meade ready, wants the call again. Now she's got it. Lana digs back in. The 3-2. Swung on and fouled, and a great leadoff plate appearance for the shortstop for the Generals.
And that's what you got to do. The more pitches you can get Meade to throw you, the more you'll get used to her characteristics and what she likes to do. And sometimes pitchers kind of fall into that pattern where they like to come back and forth with the same pitches. If you can time one of those, it's a big advantage.
Next delivery, fouled again, and she stays alive.
Just got a piece of that one clear out on the end of the barrel right there.
So Lana will continue to battle. Middle infield kind of playing out, giving her the middle of the field. Meade's ready, the 3-2. Inside and in low, and a great plate appearance there for Lana as it's a leadoff base runner for the Generals. That'll bring up to the plate Rylan Medley, your designated player, number 18 today for Ridgewood. Medley coming into this game, only batting about 118. She's got 43 plate appearances, but, you know, Coach Amber Bates said they did switch some things up in the batting order, so we'll see if this is going to be a sacrifice situation, and it will. Medley rounds the bunt. It's a beautiful one. Fielded by third baseman and throws it wide. Now rounding second and going to third is Lana. It's going to get past the right fielder. Here comes Lana home, and rounding second, heading on to third is Medley. The throw is going to be not in time, as underneath it is Medley on the slide.
Yeah, nice job by Medley to get down low. She got a little bit of advantage right there as that ball came in high and she was able to get down. The first baseman made a nice run over there to get that loose ball, but she tripped and fell once she got over there, so when it went off the fence, it just kept rolling away.
So the error from third on the overthrow from over there in Davis will lead to the first run coming across, and Medley stands one base away. Now it'll bring in the dangerous Britley Bates, the freshman catcher for Ridgewood, and she'll see ball number one low and inside. Both these coaches said going to have limited mistakes today. We already see one paying off for the opposing team.
Yeah, and, you know, what a big bat Bates has got just for a freshman.
1-0 is tie and tight, and that'll spin Bates out of the box, now 2-0. Although Bates will say as she looks back at her dugout, I did not get chased out of the box, I just turned away from it.
Yeah, and like I said, she's just a freshman. She's also your team catcher. I mean, that's a huge position as a freshman to play.
2-0. Swung on, driven to right center field. That's got a lot of carry, and that's going to the gap. All the way off the fence, it will easily bring Medley home. Bates looks up, thought about three, but she'll be held there with an RBI double.
Yeah, and she might have been able to leg at out for a triple, but the coaches said, hey, we got to play smart here, no outs. We're just going to hold you right there, but nice job getting that runner in.
That'll bring in right fielder Kira Schrock, and it looks like we'll have a courtesy runner come in here for Bates. I believe that's what Coach Amber Bates is talking about. And sure enough, we will. Coming into the game now to run at second base for Bates, who gets her job done, is going to be number 12, Olivia Harding, the freshman. Bates will now come in and take a quick breather and start getting the gear on. What a job by the freshman. What great awareness there. She was up 2-0 in the count. She knew Meade was going to give her something to hit.
Yeah, you know, in the last game that she had two triples in that game, had some great defensive plays.
Now a bunt attempt from Schrock, and she fouls it straight down into the plate, so it'll be 0-1. Not often do you see a sacrifice out of your power spot in the fourth spot, but you're already up 2-0. Might be playing with house money in the first inning.
2-0 with no outs, and you got some speed on second base. You're going to try to do what you can do to get her across there.
Third base will play way in Davis. Harding at second. Schrock digs back in. Meade now has the call from Teresa Petro. Another bunt attempt. Meade off speed and fouled straight down again, so Schrock slips behind 0-2 in the count. Going to be probably swinging away here.
Yeah, Schrock, she is a former McIntyre Realty Player of the Game this year. She picked it up in the game against Indian Valley down at Janate Hutton.
Meade toes the rubber. Schrock digs in, back in the zone. The 0-2 swung on and fouled to the right side, out of play.
Coaches over there had to do a little high step as it kind of took a little curve and got over there where they were at.
Now the right side, the first base foul line, lined by a whole bunch of fans down there on the Sandy Valley side. Meade ready. The 0-2. Swung on, hard hit ground ball. Davis gloves, fires on to first, and it's thrown wide again. Schrock's going to be safe, rounding third, and coming home's going to be Harding. There's the throw, not in time, and Schrock advances to second.
Yeah, two errors is what's led to these runs scoring.
Great base running. Schrock had to rise up and knew to take second all the way, and Harding had a green light all the way from the third base coach. So now Meade and company will have to take a deep breath and try to reset. It is quickly 3-0 Generals. Up at the plate, Addison Lammers, another former McIntyre Realty player of the game. Lammers did it with her pitching the last time we saw her. First offering, too low, and that's going to also be inside as well. So Meade struggling a little bit to find the zone.
Yeah, she had, 13 strikeouts that day, and the only thing that broke up the no-hitter was a bunt.
Yeah, bunt single was the only hit she allowed. I think only walked 2 as well in that 13 strikeout performance through all 7 innings. The 1-0 foul tip back into Petro's glove. It's now 1-1. Lammers, too, for what it's worth, we talk about all of her pitching accolades. She also bats .354 this year and has driven in 11 runs. Now a bunt attempt, and she'll put it down the first base line perfectly, just out of play. Just hooks past the first base line. That was almost a picture-perfect bunt from Lammers, who was really hustling down there. Heads-up play for Meade.
I think the ball was going to stay fair, but then it caught all the spike prints where all the kids were standing for youth night, and it's like, detour.
So now Lammers slips behind in the count 1-2. Schrock still standing on at second. Nobody gone, top of the first inning, 3-0. Ridgewood has jumped out early. Next offering for Meade, high and away, now 2-2. If you're Davis over at third base, a couple of costly errors here, but just need to take a deep breath, shake those off, forget they even happened, and move on to the next play. The 2-2. Swung on, popped up, center fielder racing in. It's going to drop into no man's land. Right fielder will come in and make the grab, but we'll have runners at the corners. As Lammers, you could almost call it a seeing eye single. You couldn't place the ball out there better.
Yeah, she got it off of it. The ball kind of sounded dead coming off the bat, and as it got up there in that little bit of a wind stream, it helped it die. At first thought the center fielder had a good track on it, and it just fell right in front of her.
So Lammers will leave the field now as a courtesy runner, and Lacey Wohler, the freshman, will come in. So runners at the corners. I would imagine Wohler's going to be stealing all the way, and we'll see if Petro just lets her go to keep Schrock there at third. Jaden Jarrus, the first baseman, now in. First one she sees, inside corner for a strike, and Wohler stays put at first.
Still no outs. I'm shocked that the coach didn't go ahead and send her and hope to get her caught in a throw down to advance this runner.
Jarrus going for the no batting gloves in the box. Meade, her 0-1. Swung on, foul back over our heads, now 0-2.
I mean, it is 80 degrees out, so the no batting gloves today is not a big thing.
I was one of the weird ones who only had the one batting glove, just the lead hand.
But then again, I never played baseball, so I wouldn't know what batting gloves are because I had no eye-hand coordination to be able to hit a baseball. So
you played offensive line or tight end. You had to have some. 0-2, swung on and a foul tip, and staying alive is Jarrus. Although back when you played, I don't think linemen wore gloves, right?
Nope.
It was just hand tape.
Hand tape. Tape your knuckles together.
Jam your finger, just tape it to the next closest one.
You got that right.
Jarrus digging back in. Runners at the corners, like Shannon said, nobody gone. Ridgewood trying to keep this momentum rolling. Meade's 0-2. Right down Broadway is the off-speed Frozer, and Bella Meade gets her first punch out of the game for out number 1.
Yeah, nice job by Meade right there with those sequence of pitches. Like I said, at off-speed come in, and it just caught her, and it just dropped right into the strike zone.
Prue Feechuk, the center fielder, will now come in. Checking her wristband as she talks to the third base coach. Feechuk ready for her first plate appearance. Batting .359 coming into the ball game. Meade's first delivery, bunt attempt. Tries to put it down the first base line, but it hooks foul. Sandy Valley, for what it's worth, Shannon, when we were talking to Coach Russell in the pregame, she said they know how good Meade is in the circle, and they know that this defense can really pick her up at times, but said the bread and butter this year has been the Cardinals' offense, And that could be a good thing, considering you're kind of started with that crooked number on the scoreboard.
Yeah, right now they got to find a way to get out of this half of the inning and get their bats up here to see if they can play a little bit of catch-up.
The 0-1. Way high that time. There goes the runner, and there will be no throw down. So they'll allow Wohler the easy stolen base. Both runners advance into scoring position. Feechuk back in. Next delivery, hard hit ground ball. Shortstop kind of bobbles it, wants to go home, but tries to throw to first, and it's high again. 2 runs are going to come across, and sliding in safely at second. No, as a tag it home, and what a throw, as that will get Wohler trying to come in. I thought for sure, Shannon, that she was going to be there in plenty of time, but what a throw at the plate.
Yeah, nice throw to the plate right there. Nice job by Petro to get it and come down with the swing and caught her just before her foot got there.
So now 2 gone. As Schrock comes in to score. Feechuk did advance on into second on another error. Braylee Cox, the third baseman, in. So right now it's a 4-0 ball game. 3 Cardinals errors leading to that lead. Delivery from Meade, low and inside, as Cox pulls the back foot or the front foot out of the way.
Yeah, and that's the thing as a coach right now. You're frustrated because the balls were hit in areas where you could make plays, but the overthrows is what hurt you right now. So yeah, they got to clean those errors up.
The 1-0. Low again as Petro picks it up off the dirt. Wind continues in from left to right now, kind of almost blowing straight in now. Meade's next one fouled straight back to the cage, now 2-1.
Cox, just a sophomore for the Generals.
You also go back in this first inning that for Bates, that's the only hard hit ball realistically that we've seen.
Yeah, all the other ones were in the infield or bunts.
2-1. Swung on, driven to left, way up in the air, but that one's going well foul. So Cox now even has the count even at 2-2. Meade trying to work out of the jam. 4 Generals runs have come across. 2-2 delivery. Swung on and missed, so 2 punch-outs in the inning for Meade, but Ridgewood up early. Bottom of the first on the way with Big Z Sports.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
If there's a new driver in the house, the East Central Ohio Educational Service Center is ready to help them hit the road with confidence. Through the Drive to Succeed Scholarship, eligible Ohio teens under 21 may qualify for funding to cover driver education, making it easier to get started. With flexible online learning and in-car training options, ECO ESC Driver Services helps students build skills for the road and beyond. Don't wait, start driving toward your future today. To learn more or apply, visit drivetasucceed.org or contact Trudy Lewis at trudy.lewis@ecoesc.org.
Bottom of the first inning from the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. High school softball on YouTube with Big Z Sports again. Thanks to the Kime Company as we roll quickly on here to the bottom of the first. Nadia Douglas will lead it off. The lefty shortstop as she fouls the first one on a bunt attempt. Addison Lammers back in the circle for Ridgewood. And no surprise there, considering the numbers that she's put up this year. You know, believe it or not, Shannon, compared to last year's numbers, she's actually down a little bit, because last year she had a 1.87 ERA. She enters today a 2.29. That one popped up to left field. Left fielder giving chase. What a catch on the run as making the grab out there towards the foul line. That was Crago, who tracked it all the way off the bat for out number one.
Yeah, and when you're brought in just to play defense, you're expected to do your job, like you said, and Kendall Crago just got over there quick enough and was able to grab that ball.
Back to Lammers on the bump. She is a perfect 6-0 in 12 appearances this year. 58 innings tossed, 19 earned runs, 97 strikeouts. Next delivery to the next batter in Grayson Winters is outside for a ball. Only has issued 12 walks so far, so she only averages a walk a game, Shannon. Not too bad.
That's more walks than I do.
1-0 fouled off of the Ridgewood dugout, now 1-1. Lammers, as we already alluded to, last time we saw her in a pretty emphatic win over Newcomerstown, 13 strikeouts went the distance. I think also added a double at the plate. The 1-1 to Winters. Swung on and a foul tip back to Bates, and it's now 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, Lammers has pretty much picked up where she left off last time we seen her.
Winters digs back in. Lammers, rock, steals. Swung on, driven to left field, but that's going to hook well foul. Winters, a .333 batter. Coming into this game, .485 slugging percentage. Has struck out 10 times this year, but overall a pretty good batter when it comes to putting the bat on the ball and putting it in play.
Yeah, only a sophomore, like I said, and she a good ball player.
High and away as she holds the bat back, now 2-2.
Good eye right there. Like I said, she kind of went high with that, a little bit outside, tried to make her chase it, and she was able to stay off of it.
Lammers gets the call. Toes the rubber in her next offering. Swung on, Tapper back up the middle. Lammers charges it, fires on to first for the out. Winters was really hoofing it down to first and was going to make it a close play, but Lammers, Johnny on the spot with the throw. Quickly, 2 up and 2 down.
You know, a nice job by Lammers right there to stay patient and stay with it, because if you watch that ball as it went in her glove, it kind of popped out of her glove and kind of went up on top on the palm, but she didn't panic. She just made a nice transition, got the throw over.
It will be Bella Mead, pitcher versus pitcher, as Mead digs in. Team high 500 batting average so far this year. Drives that one straight up into the sky. Shortstop coming over and will make the grab. 3 up, 3 down. Generals bats at the plate right after this.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling their residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Every game begins with a spark. Athletes stepping onto the court, families filling the stands, and communities coming together. At Niedenthal & Company, their belief is that this spirit is what makes our communities such special places to live and grow. To all athletes in Tuscarawas, Holmes, Wayne, and Stark counties, your dedication inspires us all. Keep pushing, keep believing, and know your communities are behind you every step of the way. Niedenthal & Company wishes all athletes competing the best of luck this season.
Hey, all you Guardians and Indians fans. This is 1980 American League Rookie of the Year, Joe Charbonneau. I will be at Shenanigans in Dover, April 11th from 1 to 3 for a meet and greet, courtesy of the Tuscarawas County Brownsbacker T-County Boxing Academy and Shenanigans Bar and Grill. Check out Tuscarawas County Brownsbackers Facebook page for details. Hope to see you there.
9-1-2 coming up to start off the second inning, live on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. From the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio, it will be Eliza Fender Then Lana and Medley back at the plate. This is a Generals team that nearly batted around in that first inning. And if you are Ridgewood and Addison Lammers, you're feeling pretty good about the way that first frame went, considering the 4 runs coming across, and then 1, 2, 3 as fast as you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, and they did that with very few pitches.
Fender goes after the first one she sees, popped it up right center, and that's going to be dropped out of the hands of the right fielder. Boy, what effort out of there from right field for the Cardinals, as it was Meade who was on a beeline for it, just couldn't quite make the sliding grab, so it will be a single for Fender.
Yeah, she come a long ways right there, and when she got there, she kind of had to twist her arm in an awkward way to catch it. Not sure if the second baseman lost it because she was running towards the sun. So, like I said, nice job by the right fielder, but still ends up being a hit.
Up next, it's Lana. She drew a walk to start this game, made Meade throw a lot of pitches. There's a bunt attempt, and it is going to hook foul. Lana trying to use that speed to get on down to first, but just a little too much English on it. That first plate appearance from Lana kind of set the tone for this ballgame. She kept battling with Meade, just fouling pitch after pitch off, then eventually came home with a walk and scored this game's first run. Meade ready, the 0-1. High in the zone, now 1-1. Fender staying decently close over there at first. Meade's 1-1. It's going to be another bunt attempt that time, but way high and out of the zone. Petro fakes the throw down to first to chase Fender back.
Yeah, Lana did a nice job getting the bat pulled back there as the ball started to rise on her.
Two-one delivery. High again. Lana up in the count, 3-1. Sure she'd take another walk here if she could draw one. Meade's next offering, driven to center. Center fielder racing in for it. It's going to bounce off of her glove. Now going to have to scramble into second, and the throw is going to be in time as Fender got caught in between. I think she thought maybe the center fielder grabbed it, so it will be a putout, and it's going to be a rare putout, which is a 9-4 putout for the out.
Yeah, like you said, I think she was confused at what happened right there. I think she's seen it hit the glove, but I don't think she's seen it hit the ground, and she when she realized what happened, it was too late.
So up next, Rylan Medley, who reached on an error, came around to score that first inning. Another great effort out there in center field by Winters, but just couldn't hold on to it. Davis has it go off the end of her glove, tries to deliver onto second, and it's thrown into right field. Center fielder's going to have to run and pick it up, and we'll have runners at the corners. I don't think, regardless, that she was going to be able to get her in time as Lana was racing into second.
Yeah, Lana's got a lot of speed right there, and just a little, accuracy throw right there. Kind of went high. But like I said, Lana would have been there for sure at second. She just helped her on over to third.
Up next, Brittany Bates, who had a RBI double her first time up, drove it deep to right center field. Meade will kick and deal. Swung on, hard hit ground ball. Shortstop comes, gloves, fires on to first. First baseman has it, and a great play there as they'll get the out and keep the run from coming home as they keep Lana at bay at third.
Yeah, like I said, nice job by the first baseman right there. Got that ball transferred out of her glove quick enough to throw down to Petro at home, and kept her there.
That did advance Medley to second, so both runners in scoring position, but with two gone, with Kira Schrock coming to the plate. Shortstop today for the Cardinals, as we've mentioned, it is Douglas, and there's a reason that she got slid over from third to short. She's got a cannon of an arm. Kira Schrock in, reached on an error her first time up. Inside corner for a strike. Good-looking pitch from Meade. It's a good feeling from behind the plate, too, as a catcher, when you can just hold it, and you don't even have to move the glove to tell Blue it's in there.
Yeah, you ain't got to try to lie to him by framing it. You just leave it there.
0-1. Driven to left field. Left fielder gives chase, and it's off the end of her glove. Two runs are going to come around. Schrock is going to hold up at second there with a double. Hard hit line drive down the left field line, just out of reach for Cox. So a 2 RBI double for Schrock. 2 out, base knocks and RBIs can be a huge difference maker as Addison Lammers will come to the plate. She had a single and I'd say a stolen base, but her courtesy runner had a stolen base, I should say. Meade ready. She'll rock and fire. Outside corner for a strike. Meade's next delivery to Lammers, high in the zone, now 1-1. Lammers going to be coming back operating with at least a 6-run lead. Would love to help herself out a little more with another number up there. Now the 1-1. Swung on, fouled off the right side. Last inning, it was a lot of mistakes from the Cardinals. This inning, it's been some balls that have been hit that have just been out of reach. Not necessarily errors, just hard to get to.
Yeah, just off the edge of the glove, and then it kind of ricochets one way or the other, and you got to give chase. But the Generals got a little bit of speed in their dugout, so whenever those little things happen, they make you pay.
1-2 is swung on and missed, so Meade will work out of it, but the Generals lead by 6. Big Z Sports is back to Magnolia right after this.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
It's never too late to move forward, and Buckeye Career Center Adult Education is here to help. Our Aspire program supports adults building reading, math, and language skills, preparing for the high school equivalency test, or learning English as a second language. Classes are offered in New Philadelphia, Dover, and Berlin, or enroll in the Adult Diploma program, free for Ohioans 18 and older without a high school diploma. Gain industry-recognized credentials and a high school diploma at the same time. Start today at Buckeye Career Center. Visit buckeyecareercenter.org to learn more.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Teresa Petro to lead things off in the home half of the second inning, 6-0. Ridgewood has opened up the lead on Sandy Valley. Thanks for tuning in with Big Z Sports today, brought to you in part by the Keim Company. For all your woodworking needs, no matter what they might be, the Keim Company can help you out. Give them a visit sometime as Petro goes after the first one she sees and fouls it down the left field line.
Yeah, Petro got a lot on that one, even though it was in on her hands and she got around on it early, just kind of pulls it foul.
Shannon, you brought up before with the Keim Company, if you got a honey-do list, if it involves some home remodeling and such, Keim Company can help you out.
They can help you. They can help you with the designing the kitchen. They can deliver some lumber to your house. Whatever your wife needs, you get her.
Next one, don't say that. Next one's outside, now 1-1. Hopefully my wife isn't listening now.
Yeah, and I think I'm not sure when they do Keim Days. I want to think it's in the spring, but I might be wrong.
I think you're correct, but I can't remember the exact dates. Lammers rocks and deals are 1-1. Left field, line drive, and that one's going to drop right in front of the left fielder. So Sandy Valley will start off this half inning with a single from Teresa Petro.
Yeah, nice job by Petro. Keep her head down on that follow-through and just kind of pulled it out there in left field.
Petro's got a ton of power when she can put it to use, but that one not trying to do too much, operating well on that inside pitch.
Well, I got a buddy, his fiance said, hey, we need a deck on the back of the house. He went there the other day after work, told him what he was looking to do. They laid it all out right there, loaded him up with the wood, told him what he needed. Or actually, they delivered it to his house the next day, so they can do it all for you.
I like your thought process there, because if they can do that, though, I could also tell my wife that, hey, they sell power tools as well, and I'm going to need some of those to complete this job. Popped up left field for Davis, and that one's going to be hauled in by Crago for out number 1. Davis gave it a ride, but got underneath it, and that will bring up Brenna Curley to the plate.
Well, all I'm saying is Mother's Day is coming up, and Father's Day will be coming up. It's springtime. Just go to Keim Lumber. Keim Lumber can help you with everything, or the Keim Company, but I always call them Keim Lumber.
Curley, your first baseman today, her first plate appearance. Going to try to orchestrate something here for this Cardinals offense. She'll round a bunt. That one, she pulled the bat back off the glove of Bates, and Petro will advance easily on the pass ball.
Yeah, heads up by Petro right there. She's seen the ball come in high. As soon as she's seen it bounce off the catcher's glove, as a catcher herself, she knew what kind of time frame she had playing with. She took off.
A lot of padding in catcher's mitts, but trust me, when those ones hit just right, it feels like you're holding on to a concrete mitt because it just doesn't want to close around the ball when it pops back out. Now the 1-0. Swung on, Tapper back up the middle. Lammers grabs it. She's going to throw on to second and double it up. What a play from Addison Lammers. We move on to the third inning. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
As a parent, a high school sports season can be exhausting. From traveling to games, eating on the run, getting to bed late, and oh yeah, still working your 9 to 5. After all that, you need to unwind, and there is no better way to do that than at one of the 10 lakes operated by the Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District. The opportunities are endless with things to do, plus the option of primitive tent camping or treating yourself to glamping in one of their cabins. See all the Muskingum Watershed offers by finding them at mwcd.org.
6-7-8 coming up to the plate for the Ridgewood Generals as they continue to roll here. Up 6-0, and they foil the plans for the Cardinals to get a run on the board there with a great heads-up double play for Lammers off the mound as Petro was leaning too far off of second base on that line drive.
Yeah, that's just one of those things. It was just one of those bang-bang plays right there. She only got a few feet off, but Lammers played it so perfectly right there, and the second baseman was able to get to the bag and just got her out.
As Jarvis in, as she watches ball number 1. Her only other plate appearance, she struck out on 3 pitches. Might have been 4. I believe she had a foul ball in there. So it is Jarvis, Feechuk, and Cox all coming to the plate. Bellamide on the bump for Sandy Valley, going to try to take a deep breath and limit a Generals offense that's put up 6 runs so far. That one's going to drop in again just in front of the center fielder. Jarvis with a single as laying out there trying to make the grab was winners. Heck of an effort, but just couldn't quite hold on to it as she was laying out.
Like you said, it's just one of those ones that it gets up there and you think it's going to keep carrying, and then it just dies. It becomes like a lame duck and it drops, and you can't knock the center fielder for that because she did everything she did. She made the right step, and she laid out. It's just out of her reach.
Feechuk rounds the bunt. Instead, will pull the bat back and swing away and foul it off. Feechuk reached on an error her first time up. I've already said this before, but what fantastic weather we've got going on here today. Nice breeze coming in out of left field. Feechuk rounds the bunt, pops it up. Petro tries to lay out for it, but it's just out of her reach. Heck of an effort by the senior behind the plate for the Cardinals. Again, just an inch or two away.
Yeah, and she did an outstanding job. The first thing she did, she was smart enough. She ripped away that mask. That way she could locate the ball. And she just went all out for it and just come up short. And she really didn't have no height to work with. It kind of just rolled off the bat and went straight back. So Just another outstanding job.
Feechuk slips behind 0-2. Meade's offering. Swung on and missed as that one will bounce in there. So a tag of the batter for out number 1.
And another smart play right there by Petro. She got up, ran straight over and tagged the batter, and the umpire was waiting. And as soon as she did, he called her out.
Runner did not advance in Jara, so there was nowhere for her to go. But just in case, Braylee Cox, the third baseman, she struck out in her only other plate appearance. Meade kicks, steals, inside and tight, and leaning out of the way is Cox. We've seen this plenty of times when it comes to high school softball. Yes, it is a 6-0 game in the third, but there's still a lot of game to be played. And just how quickly Ridgewood was able to put 4 on the board, you never know with Sandy Valley coming back to the plate. So for Meade, she's going to try to lock in here and keep it right where it is, and it will help out having pitches like that as it's now 1-1.
Yeah, like I said, softball is one of those games of momentum. If you can get somebody on and get things moved around and maybe get a run, next thing you know, it keeps feeding itself.
1-1, check swing, and the home plate umpire will say that she went. So Cox now behind 1-2. So Meade went about knee high or just about quad high on the outside corner, then went up and away and got Cox thinking about it. We'll see if Meade tries to operate back inside. Now the 1-2. Tries low. Petro, nice job keeping it in front of her on the one that was in the dirt.
Yeah, she didn't panic. She felt it hit her shin guard. She kept it in front of her. She looked down. She located it, and that held Jarvis first base.
Two delivery. Swung on. Ground ball left side. Well foul. Jarvis will trot back to first. This is a Ridgewood team coming into this game, batted about .319. So far, a lot of what they've done in terms of the runs on the board has not necessarily been by their own creation.
No, it's been by errors. They've had a lot of help.
2-2. Swung on and missed as Meade goes high and away again for back-to-back punch-outs. Meade coming into this game, as we mentioned, had 50 strikeouts this year.
I believe that's her 4th one right there.
And you would be correct. Up next will be Eliza Fender, who delivered a single that actually got thrown out from right field at second base on one that was, you can't really blame Fender. It almost was caught, and then she had to almost scamper back, but had to try to then get to second, was unable to do so. High and away to Fender, now 1-0. But Ridgewood batting .319 as a team. They've done a really good job this year, also being patient hitters, drawing about 27 walks, so about 2 free bases a game. Only had 1 walk issued so far. That one from Meade right down there in the inside part of the plate, now 1-1. One defender low. This is a Sandy Valley Team 2, Shannon, that I believe in their 13th game of the season. High again, defender. 13th game of the season. They only had listed 20 errors all year long through those 13 games. So been kind of uncharacteristic today.
Yeah, considering they had, just 3 in the first inning alone, it led to that big inning.
Next delivery from Meade. Back up the middle, off the end of the bat. Charging, it's going to be Douglas. Fires on to first and will get the out of Fender. Great job by Meade and the Cardinals defense. We'll move on to the bottom of the third. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Planning for the future isn't just about documents, and at Bretton Law LLC, it's about peace of mind. With years of practical experience in estate planning, elder law, special needs planning, real estate, business, and guardianship, Bretton Law attorneys see firsthand how families end up in probate. They can help you protect your loved ones, preserve your assets, and give you control every step of the way. Plan today with confidence with Bratton Law LLC. Learn more online at brattonlawcoshocton.com or call 740-202-9557.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Chenaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Chenaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Save the date. Customer Appreciation Days are happening at Keim Home Center and Keim Mount Hope Hardware, April 13th through the 18th. Join us for a full week of celebrating you, our customers, with 10% off select items store-wide, live demos in the shop, gift card giveaways, food, and more. Visit us online at keimhome.com or follow Keim on Facebook for more details. We'll see you April 13th through the 18th for Customer Appreciation Days at Keim Home Center in Charm and Keim Mount Hope Hardware.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. 7-8-9 coming to the plate for the Cardinals as Lucy Mead will stand in and is up in the count 2-0 as Addison Lammers offers the first two off the outside part of the plate away. Mead, the right fielder for the Cardinals, coming into the game batting .207. Try a bunt attempt there, and it's now a 2-1 count.
Yeah, Mead, just a freshman for this team.
I think we know the answer to this, but wonder if it's any relation to Bellamy for the Cardinals.
Well, I know watching her out there in right field, she's got a little bit of speed on her, so if they can figure out a way to get her on the base, she could maybe do some damage of her own.
2-1, swung on and missed. Yeah, third baseman playing way in for the Generals in Cox. Slap hitter out of that left-handed batter's box. Lammers is 2-2. Swung on, tapped foul, so we'll do it again.
I've noticed something about her, and I know batters have their characteristics. I want to see if she does it again here. And she just did it again. She walks up and touches the base.
All about that repetition.
Yep.
2-2. Swung on. Hard hit ground ball, and it's past Cox for a single. Lucy Mead, the freshman, putting a little energy into that Sandy Valley dugout.
And that's why batters do the things they do. She didn't want to break what she normally does. She walks up with her toes, touches the base, gets back in the box. And a nice job right there, keeping her head down and driving through that pitch.
For Cox, who was playing so far in, I think she almost thought that was coming to her on a line, and it just skirted right by her, past her feet.
Yeah, I don't know if she thought maybe it was going to maybe take a bounce or something. Like I said, it just went right by her.
Maley was going to have a bunt attempt, but pulled the bat back in time. Mead was pretty far off of first there. Bates thought about the throw down. Logan Maley, the second baseman, her first plate appearance.
Senior for the Cardinals.
Another bunt attempt, fouled off the left side. Maley, a .379 hitter. Driven in 6 runs so far this year, at least according to what's in front of us. Lammers is 1-1. Another bunt attempt, hooked foul. Mead trots back to first. Maley going to dig back in. 6-0 ball game. Beautiful night. And we get to broadcast it to you live. Thanks in part to the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. You know, we noticed something when we pulled in here, Shannon. There was a windshield in the parking lot that, if I'm making a guess, next offering to Maley is on the outside corner, swung on and missed. If we made a guess, there's a reason that the windshield looked the way it did. Looked like it wore a softball right off the center of it. And if that happens to you, we hope that you've got Zach Botice and company, their numbers saved in your phone. Yes, Zach will be more than happy to help you out with that.
And as summer's coming, you're going to want to get those boats out. You're going to want to get those side-by-sides out, all that stuff. Get a hold of them, find out what kind of insurance coverage you can get for all that stuff.
Eliana Cox stands in and sees strike number 1 in the upper part of the zone. Of course, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency always happy to support high school sports in Z Country. The 0-1. Another bunt attempt. Puts it down well. Lammers, gloves, fires on to first for out number 2. It will move Meade into scoring position. So a sacrifice bunt there for Cox will bring it back up to the top of the order. You know, you might say, well, they bunted her over and now they got 2 outs, but your Sandy Valley team is just looking to manufacture a run right now.
Yeah, and Douglas, her first at bat, she drove one out to left field. You know, Crago was able to get over there and make the catch, but if she can drive one out there again and they can get down, they could get a run out of it.
Lammers' first offering is going to be there for a strike. Something we've noticed, we haven't really seen her necessarily throw down to second or anything like that so far, but Brittany Bates might only be a freshman behind the plate, but has quite a cannon from back there.
You know, and you played catcher in high school, and it's just that's a tough position for a freshman to come in on a varsity thing and do.
Hard hit ground ball down the left field line. That one's going to stay fair. Coming home is Meade, and holding up at second is Douglas with a double.
Yeah, like you said, that ball come off of the end of that barrel like a rocket. It just went down through there and put itself in a position where the third baseman couldn't make a play on it. It bounced over the bag, stayed fair, and Crago had to chase it down. Like you said, nice job base running, nice job hitting.
And we said about people questioning why they would move her over with 2 outs for that moment right there for Miss Nadia Douglas. Grayson Winters in, a ground out to the pitcher last time up. She'll swing at the first one and foul it straight back. Well, that's one of the biggest things, and I make no bones about it. As a catcher, did not have the strongest arm. If you have a strong arm, but it's an accurate strong arm is always the question, and Bates so far looks like fits the bill even as a freshman.
And that's what you said, and sometimes it don't have to be the strong arm. It's got to be the accurate arm. You don't want something that's just going to fly all over the place.
0-1 off speed ties up Winters. Now a throw back down there because Douglas was pretty far off. Now we got to see it.
You know, and that there is just a smart play by Bates. She knew the second baseman wasn't over there to cover, so you throw it to the shortstop, and she's got to get back because now you're in trouble.
As long as your shortstop's paying attention, that is. The 0-2. Right down Broadway for the strikeout. Second punch out for Lammers. Sadie Valley plates 1, 6-1. Big Z Sports will be back right after this.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
It is the top of the order coming up for the Ridgewood Generals, top of the 4th inning. Sadie Valley does get one back, but it's still a 6-1 ball game. Thanks for tuning in with Big Z Sports live on our YouTube channel. Coming up the rest of this week, Shannon, all weather permitting, as they always are with our spring season, because Mother Nature tends to win more often than she doesn't. Tomorrow, high school softball and a long-anticipated one, as the Strasburg Tigers will host the Conotton Valley Rockets. Going to be a lot of fun there. Then on Wednesday, hopefully, weather permitting, you and I will be heading to Uricksville as the Claymont Mustangs will host the Strasburg Tigers in some high school baseball action. First pitch she sees driven to the left field as Cadence Lana gets her first knock of the game.
Yeah, and she's been on base all 3 times right now. So, I mean, that's what you do. You got to find a way to get on base, and she did it again.
She walked in her first plate appearance, then reached on a fielder's choice, and now has a base knock. Rylan Medley in. Reached on an error and hit a single. Has scored 2 runs, lays down a perfect bunt. Davis charges at third, takes her time, and goes on to first for the out. So the sacrifice works out for Medley, and a good job by Davis. Had a couple missed throws earlier in the game, but she was patient, she was calm, and delivered a great throw.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do to bounce back, and she did a nice job right there. Did just enough to get the ball over there quick enough, accurate, and then that way Lana was held at second base.
Ridley Bates, the catcher, now in. A double, then ground out to short. She'll go after the first one she sees and fouls it down the right side. Bates, the freshman, we already said about the batting average number, leads the team with 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. OPS of 1.604. That one she'll ground to Davis at third, who has another nice throw across the diamond, and Lana can't advance. Good job by the Cardinals' third baseman on back-to-back nice-looking throws.
Yeah, like I said, she's kind of got her confidence back right now, and just getting out those big bats.
Kira Schrock now in. A double for her last time up, and if I'm not mistaken, Shannon, an 2 RBI double. Or an RBI double. Delivered to Schrock way inside, but she offers at it for a strike. Actually, now my question is, did she knock in the run?
Yeah, she knocked in Medley.
Okay. We lose track of things sometimes. I even have it written down in front of me, and I can't read my own chicken scratch. Meade digs back in. The 0-1 to Schrock. At the letters now for a strike on the inside corner. Bella Meade, after a rough first 2 innings, had a nice outing in the 3rd inning, gave up a leadoff hit in there, then sat down the next 3. She'll be looking to do the same here. The 0-2. Swung on and fouled away as Schrock will stay alive. Something that we've known from Meade from her entire career, no matter what the sport is here for Sandy Valley, you're not going to shake her confidence very often.
No, it's kind of that shooter shooting basketball mentality. Pitcher's pitch. It doesn't matter what happens. You worry about the next pitch.
0-2. Swung on and missed as Meade fires one past her for the 4th strikeout of the game for her. Make that 5, actually. We will now move on into the bottom of the 4th. Cardinals at the plate right after this.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
Generals at the plate. Or pardon me, make that the Cardinals at the plate. Generals on the field for the bottom of the 4th inning. 6-1. Thanks for tuning in with Big Z Sports. After Ridgewood got off on a torrid pace and plated 6 runs in the first 2 innings, it looked like it was going to be all Generals, but now Bella Meade has kind of calmed down, settled into a groove, and so is the Cardinals' defense. It's now 6-1, and Meade will lead off the home half of the 4th inning as she'll see ball number 1 from Addison Lammers.
Yeah, and right now you got to find a way to get your offense moving.
It was Meade who her first time up popped up sky high to the middle of the infield. That was the first pitch she saw, so this time stands in and watches the first one. It's now 1-0. Swung on, drilled, right field. Right fielder giving chase. That's over her head and all the way to the wall. Meade rounding first is going to hold up at second with a leadoff double.
Yeah, nice job by the right fielder out there. Got herself in position to play that bounce off the fence and was able to get in there. If she misjudges that a little bit, it turns into a triple.
Right fielder for the Generals out there in Schrock had a good beeline on it, but it was just driven so hard that wasn't going to be able to get back, but she played it off the fence well. Teresa Petro, the catcher, will stand in. She delivered a leadoff single in the second. Now has a runner in scoring position. That same single could bring Meade home. Lammers takes a deep breath, rocks and fires. First offering to Petro, fouled sky high over our heads.
And that went far enough back, it didn't even hit the metal roof and scare us.
No, and if you've looked what's behind the press box here in Magnolia, it might be a while trying to find that ball.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some young boys out there playing on the hillside looking down in the woods trying to find it.
The 0-1. Swung on, smash to right center. Center fielder moving over to her left and will go in and out of her glove. Meade will advance on to third, and she is being held up there, so we'll have runners at the corners. A fortuitous bounce for the Cardinals as Feechuk had it bounce off the palm of her glove.
Yeah, they catch a break right there. And, Coach did a nice job there stopping her at third because she thought it was going to be a good play. Then it got thrown in and got dropped again, and it's one of those things you start saying, man, I wish I had a center now.
Brooklyn Davison flew out to left her first time up. Petro on at first, Meade on at third. Lammers kick, steal, swung on and missed. Petro going to try to get held up there, and actually she's going to steal the base as Teresa Petro was kind of slow in between first and second. I thought they're going to try to get the throw down there to try to get Meade running. Well, Meade stayed at third, but Petro put on an extra gear there and slid wide and got in there safely.
Yeah, like I said, nice job by her. Like I said, I think she was just kind of trying to torment to get him to throw down, but I don't think her and her teammate were on the same base.
And now the officials, I think, were talking something over. Not sure what the question was, but Brooklyn Davis will stand back in now with an 0-1 count. Lammers will take her time as she gets the call from the dugout. And Davis will take time. Thought maybe there was a question there if the officials were talking if Petro left early, but clearly no more conversation than just the initial one. The 0-1. Swung on, driven right center. That's going to find a gap and get down. Meade's going to come home, and so is Petro. And Davis is going to hold up at second with a 2 RBI double. And this suddenly looks like a very different ball game.
Yeah, nice job right there. And you said earlier in the pregame that the coach has said that they've been she's been happy the way their offense is producing this year. And after that first inning, the offense has really come to life now.
Brenna Curley will come in, and it looks like we have a mound visit. Stay tuned. Big Z Sports will be back right after this.
At Hartson's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Hartzler's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
It is Curley at the plate for the Cardinals. Now a 6-3 ball game. Bottom of the fourth inning, nobody gone. Popped up on the bunt attempt, grabbed there at third by Schrock, as that will bring the first out of the inning. Right idea from Curley, but just popped it up to third. Also, I just noticed Schrock is playing over there at third base. I misspoke earlier when I thought she was out in right field.
Oh.
And actually, no, they just did have a substitution, so I'm not sure who's in right. It looks like Braley Cox is now over at second base, and Kira Schrock is at third. So they definitely switched some things up that we just didn't notice. Next delivery from Lammers. Nice bunt attempt by Meade as she'll be thrown out at first, but will get the runner over in Davis to third, but with 2 gone. That'll bring up Logan Maley. So you got Feechuk in center. I'm trying to see who was out there in right field, Shannon.
Yeah, and I can't help you with that one. She's got her back to me.
Well, I'm not sure. It might be Eliza Fender who was playing second. I think that's how they shifted things around. Delivery there, swung on and missed to Maley as Lammers gets the fastball by her. Brooklyn Davis playing the hero right now with a 2 RBI double to get the Cardinals right back in this game, although they still trail 6-3. Next delivery from Lammers, high and away, now 1-1. Maley struck out, her only other plate appearance.
Always got to thank Amici's Pizza for coming on board. With spring season, all these sports that start early, and you got to get dinner on your way home, call Amici's Pizza in Jeanette and Hutton or West Lafayette and stop and pick you up some pizzas or some wings, some salads, some subs. They got it all.
It's now a 2-1 count. You know, that doesn't sound like a terrible idea, Shannon.
That's why I brought it up. I know you're going to be driving by there in a little bit.
I will. Might have to keep that in the back of my mind. Lammers is 2-1. Swung on and missed. Maley couldn't catch up to it.
Or what you do is you call your brother-in-law and say, hey, let's order some Amici's and I'll meet you down there in Jeanette, and you can stick him with the bill.
Oh, he'll know what's happening if I call him for that.
He ain't ever got his wallet.
No, it's the weirdest thing. You'll always forget that. 2-2. Swung on and a foul tip straight back, so we'll do it again. And I'm going to know if he's listening right now or watching right now because my phone's going to light up in about 10 seconds.
He's going to say, did you say Amici's?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not going to worry about what else we talked about. Just about Amici's. Lammers gets ready again. Maley digging back in, trying to keep the inning going. Runner on third and Davis. 2-2. Slap to the right side. Popped up. Heading towards foul territory. Just foul. And will stay just in the field of play. I was right, in fact, as it is Eliza Fender who is now over there in right field. And it is at second base, Braley Cox now. And Kira Schrock is over at third, so a little defensive shift for Coach Amber Bates.
Yeah, well, you know, she's seen enough in those first couple innings that she needed to make a change right there. And it's nice when you got the quality of players you do to be able to do that kind of thing.
2-2. Outside, and that's going to just clip the corner for a called strike 3. It'll stay a 6-3 ball game, but the Cardinals are clawing back. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
5-6-7 coming up to the plate for the Ridgewood Generals, live on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Shannon, we always like to talk about this. If you want to get subscribed today to get notified when your favorite team or all area teams are playing, you can do so. How much is that going to cost you?
It doesn't cost you a thing. It's the cheapest thing in America going right now.
You're already paying for your internet or your phone bill anyway. We're not going to tack on any extra cost related to that. As Meade winds and fires, throws it to Addison Lammers as it's fouled away, now 0-1. And you can't often say many things left out there are free, but we still got you covered here.
No, and if you subscribe to it, when it go live, you'll get a notification. So if you're a guy sitting at the mall waiting for your wife to get done doing some shopping or something, you can be watching on your phone.
Not a bad idea at all. Meade kicks and delivers high in the zone as Lammers turns away from it. It's now 1-1. For Sandy Valley, it was Brooklyn Davis with a 2 RBI double that cut the lead to 3 for Ridgewood. Cardinals have been a little bit more stable in these middle innings on defense and on the mound as Meade has kind of settled back in. It's now a 2-1 count. But also, we go back to that first inning. Ridgewood plated 4 runs on 2 hits, and there were 3 Cardinals errors. That's your story of the game right now thus far.
Yeah, if you could just take 3 of those runs away, you're sitting here at a tie game.
2-1, fouled straight back, almost right to Shannon, now 2-2. If that screen wouldn't have been there, you would have had quick hands, right?
If I was looking, I probably still would have jumped, but I wasn't looking, so.
It's hard to get that mindset to not flinch. The 2-2. Off speed, and it looked like Meade lost the handle, so it's now 3-2. Lammers had a single, then struck out. Meade rocks and deals. Just a bit low, so it'll be a leadoff walk issued to Lammers, who will trot on down to first. For Ridgewood, team that had drawn 27 walks this year coming into this contest, so about 2 a game like I had said. And right now they're sitting at that mark, I believe. Is that their second walk they've earned? Lammers will check out momentarily with a courtesy coming in Lacey Waller. Jaden Jarrus, a strikeout and a single for her, will dig back in. Bunt attempt, couldn't get the bat on it. It's now 0-1. I think Meade was anticipating a bunt attempt there from Jarrus and just busted the hands in.
Yeah, she did a nice job right there in that ball placement.
A 1 delivery, inside corner, and that's going to catch the zone as well. Meade's got something cooking on this inside corner. We've seen a couple Ridgewood batters kind of lean back or just jump a little bit when it's coming inside. Must be a lot of spin, a lot of movement coming out of the hand of Meade.
Yeah, you're thinking it's going to come in here and get close to you, so you kind of take that little lean back right there, and all of a sudden it breaks towards the plate.
The 0-2. Swung on and missed as Meade climbs the ladder for out number 1. Her 6th punch out of the game, bringing up Prue Fichuk, who reached on an error and struck out. Fichuk had a tough defensive play last half inning as she was out there in center trailing off to her left and just seemed to hit off the palm of her glove. She'll put one right back up the middle. Meade, gloves, fires on to Douglas at short for out number 1. It'll be a fielder's choice, a 1-6 putout, getting the lead runner in for out number 2. So up next, Braylee Cox, the third baseman, now moved to second base. Cox has struck out twice. Going to try to finally crack through on Meade and keep the inning alive. First delivery fouled between her legs, now 0-1. Cox this year in 10 appearances, only 13 at-bats coming into this game, so still a little fresh this season for her at the plate.
Yeah, still working on some things, her hand placement, this and that, and the coaches are working with her.
Swung on and missed, now 0-2. Cox has driven in 2 runs this year in those 13 at-bats. Oh, 2 off speed, high and away. Meade's next delivery, high and away again. Cox was able to hold the hands back.
Yeah, and that's tough sometimes for a batter who hasn't had that many plate appearances this year. Batters love those high ones, and she did a nice job there keeping back.
The 2-2. Swung on, popped up, left side. Douglas trailing back at short, and she will be able to make the grab for out number 3. So more good work from Meade and the Cardinals defense. Sandy Valley at the plate right after this on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel.
If there's a new driver in the house, the East Central Ohio Educational Service Center is ready to help them hit the road with confidence. Through the Drive to Succeed scholarship, eligible Ohio teens under 21 may qualify for funding to cover driver education, making it easier to get started. With flexible online learning and in-car training options, ECO ESC Driver Services helps students build skills for the road and beyond. Don't wait, start driving toward your future today. To learn more or apply, visit drivetosucceed.org or contact Trudy Lewis at trudy.lewis@ecoesc.org.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
9-1-2 coming to the plate from the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. Eliana Cox, who had a sacrifice bunt attempt her first time up, so technically speaking, logging her first plate appearance. So we were already talking about our schedule that we were hoping, we were talking earlier about what we were hoping for the rest of this week. Swung on and missed from Cox. We told you about tomorrow and Wednesday. Also this weekend, rather busy, as for both New Philadelphia baseball and softball, both teams hitting the road. Baseball team heading to Claymont, softball team going to Zorville and Tusky Valley. And we will have both, weather permitting, on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Then the week after this week, Shannon, back with more softball action, kind of all over the place, including a showdown at Akron Firestone. And you're thinking, wait, really? Nope, it is not state tournament time yet, but a special one that's going to be going on in 2 weeks from now. And you and I will be heading back to the track and field side of things.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of great reports from a lot of people loved the first track meet we did this year, and they're excited to see the next one.
The 1-2 off the glove of Bates, now 2-2. That was just off the outside corner from Lammers, but any catcher knows if you're not going to hold on to it, it's very likely Blue's not going to give it to you.
Yeah, you can't turn around and look at Blue if you can't handle it.
Lammers is 2-2 to Cox. High and away, now 3-2. The last 2 innings, Sandy Valley has got their lead base runner on, and it's led to good things. The 3-2 swung on and missed as Lammers has other ideas and punches out Cox for out number 1. Nadia Douglas will now go to the plate, a fly out and an RBI double for her. For Lammers, too, that is her fourth punch out of the game. Her team currently holds the 6-3 lead. First delivery to Douglas, low and away. Douglas, if I'm not mistaken, Shannon, the junior, another player who I think has appeared on this Cardinals team since her freshman year.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of players on this team that have played very young. This program's been on the rise the last couple of years. Very successful program in the past. I think it was 2009, I want to believe, in that area where they went to the state Final Four. They've won their fair share of sectional and district titles. And they kind of had a little slump, and looks like everything's on the rise again. And like you said earlier, the numbers are up in the Biddy program.
2-0 is fouled back. Now 2-1. Yeah, you and I got the testament to the numbers being up in the youth softball leagues around here for the Cardinals because they had youth night as they honored those players here, and there were a ton of them who were out there on the field. Plenty of them still in attendance right now.
Yeah, and the PA announcer got to say all of their names. After I seen that list of kids, I kind of felt bad for him.
Douglas paints it perfectly through the 5-6 hole, and it's a a one-out single. So that'll bring up Grayson Winters. For Douglas as a left-handed batter, if you're going opposite field, you cannot dial that one up more perfect.
No, and I think Strachan's over there playing shortstop right now, and she laid out for that and just come up a little short.
From short, that is Lana. It was right in between Lana and Schrock.
Oh, yeah, Lana, that's right. Schrock's at third.
But for either of them would have been an incredibly difficult play. Winters in. She's ground out and struck out. She'll go after the first one she sees and puts it past Lana. Another single for the Cardinals. Now the throw in goes wide, but at first, on the backup, she'll handle it no problem in Jara, so it'll keep both runners at first and second.
Yeah, and that's going to bring up Bella Mead. Last time she was up, she hit a big double all the way out, bounced off the fence, so she can do it again.
And for Lana, she's thinking it's short. What in the world do I have to do? Because she laid out for the last one. That one she kind of not cheated over, but started for her first step over towards second base, and the hit decided to go the other way from her.
Yeah, and the thing is, she's kind of got to come cross body with that glove, and it's just a little harder to do than you think.
Mead, as Shannon mentioned, delivered a hard hit double her last time up. We'll watch the first one that's in there for a strike. So Douglas at second, Winters at first, and right now, Mead at the plate represents your tying run, which is a very different outlook in this game than was initially there, as we'll have time called there momentarily, with some wind picking up and the dust deciding to kick up on the infield.
Yeah, nice job there by Blue to call timeout right there as he's seen the dust hit the catcher right in the face.
1. Bounces in there, and it goes behind Mead. Now 1-1.
And Bates did a nice job getting over there and scooping that up off the dirt, because if it gets by her, those runners advance to second and third.
So Mead with a pop-up and that double did come around to score as well. Looking to help herself out on the offensive side of things. The 1-1. Driven to the left side. That one's going to get down for a knock, and she's being sent home. Here comes the throw, not in time, and scoring is Douglas, and both runners advance to second and third. We got a 2-run ball game, and Bella Mead has another RBI.
Yeah, Bella Mead she's having herself a day at the plate, and like you said, you get past those errors in the first inning. She's having a great day in the circle. And it's just right now she's helped herself out a lot trying to crawl back into this game.
Take it back. It is Mead's first RBI. And for Mead, an RBI single, and then advancing to second on the throw. Winters stepped up to third. Crago gave it about everything she could all the way to the plate, but Douglas has a lot of speed, scoring all the way. Yeah. Coming in from second. Trying to cut her off at home is going to be a hard play. Crago did make it close as she could, but couldn't quite get it there in time.
And there was no hesitation by the coach over there. Before she got halfway to third, she already knew the coach was sending her, so she just kept the jets turned on. If there had been a slight hesitation there by her, Crago would have got her out. But the coach, she made her mind up from the word go. She was sending her.
Teresa Petro in, batting .421, a team-high 20 RBIs, and has 2 runners at scoring position. And a good hold for her as she's up now 2-0 in the count. Teresa Petro, as Shannon alluded to, it feels like she's been here forever, but that's just because she's a multi-4-year letter winner, or will be 4-year letter winner when this season concludes.
Yeah, in every sport that she's done. And the last time she reached was on an error out to the center fielder. Center fielder got under it, and it bounced off her glove and went out. So if she can put a ride on this one.
2-0, a mighty hack from Petro, but couldn't make contact. It's now 2-1. 6-4 ball game. And at the end of the second inning, this was a 6-0 ball game. The Generals had all the momentum, but Sandy Valley, as we've seen in years past in this game against Ridgewood, never seemed to go away and just keep chipping away. Outside from Lammers now 3-1, a great hitter's count for Petro. Petro calls time as had a little trouble with the helmet. She'll dig back in. Lammers in a tight spot here. Her team still up by 2. Tying run stands at second. Delivered. Petro taps it to the right side. Way up in the air. Cox goes back and will make the grab from second and will get it into Lammers quickly.
Nice job by Cox. I thought maybe she lost it there for a second and she started to step back forward and then went back and made the catch.
So now that will bring up to the plate with 2 gone Brooklyn Davis, who already has a 2 RBI double in this game. We've seen fly balls here from Magnolia that do odd things when they're in the air.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, the wind is blowing pretty good, and once it gets up high enough, it catches a different gear in that jet stream, and Cox did a nice job staying with it.
Lammers delivers high and away. It pops out of the glove of Bates, but she catches it on the ricochet to keep Winters at third.
Yeah, nice job by Bates right there.
Lammers taking her time. Now is ready and will toe the rubber. 0-1. Swung on and missed. She goes upstairs and gets Davis underneath it. Winters at third, Meade at second. Leading run at the plate in Davis. Or the go-ahead run, I should say. Lammers' delivery popped over our heads. It's now 1-2.
Davis, she put a lot into that one to try to give it a ride, and she just needs to realize right now, let's just get it in play.
She's actually tied with Petro for the team lead with 20 RBIs this year for the Cardinals.
As you can see, the baseball game is concluded, and look at the fans lining the fence on the outfield over here now.
1-2, inside corner, and it's going to be a called strike 3 as Davis is sat down. We'll move on now to the home half of the 6th inning, or the top of the 6th, I should say. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Every game begins with a spark. Athletes stepping onto the court, families filling the stands, and communities coming together. At Niedenthal & Company, their belief is that this spirit is what makes our communities such special places to live and grow. To all athletes in Tuscarawas, Holmes, Wayne, and Stark counties, your dedication inspires us all. Keep pushing, keep believing, and know your communities are behind you every step of the way. Niedenthal & Company wishes all athletes competing the best of luck this season.
Hey, all you Guardians and Indians fans. This is 1980 American League Rookie of the Year, Joe Charbonneau. I will be at Shenanigans in Dover, April 11th from 1 to 3 for a meet and greet, courtesy of the Tuscarawas County Brownsbacker T-County Boxing Academy and Shenanigans Bar and Grill. Check out Tuscarawas County Brownsbackers Facebook page for details. Hope to see you there.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. I apologize, I got all kinds of tied up. Try the away half of the 6th inning in the top of the 6th.
Hey, listen.
I'm all over the place.
And sometimes you get confused, and if you get confused looking at some legal stuff, get a hold of Brayton Law. They can help you out with some estate planning. If you need to do some name changes or adoption, maybe it's some real estate, maybe it's some business. They got all kinds of things. They can help you with your guardianship. So if you need some legal advice, give a call to Brayton Law out of Coshocton, 740-202-9557.
So for Ridgewood to lead things off for them, it will be Eliza Fender, who was your second baseman, now turned right fielder. And, you know, this is a Ridgewood offense that got started off pretty well, but has gone just a little bit cold since the 2nd inning. Fouled off the end of the bat now for Fender. She reached out a single, then ground out her last time up. Ridgewood plated all 6 of their runs, and on 7 hits now, there were 3 Sandy Valley errors in that 1st inning, but since then, not the case at all. Cardinals defense has cleaned it up well.
Yeah, and Meade and the Cardinals are going to have to find a way to get out of this inning here without giving up any more runs.
Swung on and missed as, in the top of the 6th, you know, you're running out of time. You got 2 more plate appearances to do it. So you got to keep everything right where it is now. Meade's 0-2. Swung on, off the end of the bat, a cue shot, fielded at first, and going to be a close play, but just in time to get Fender, as sticking with it from first base over there was Curley. That had a lot of side spin, as it was a hard one to handle, and good hustle as well from Maley, who went over to cover for it.
Yeah, and like I said, nice job just staying with it. You don't want to panic in that situation. You still have a shot at a play. But, man, it had to be tough because when you see that speed coming down that first base line, panic starts to set in, but they did a great job to get the out.
Top of the order in Lana, a walk, hit into a fielder's choice, and delivered a single. She'll see the first one and go after it. High drive to right field. Underneath it, no problem, is Lucy Meade out there, who will grab it for a quick out, number 2.
Yeah, Meade did a nice job. She got her body kind of turned sideways. Wasn't sure how far the ball was going to carry, so she made sure she was in position to track it either way.
Rylan Medley reached on an error, hit a single, then a sacrifice for her. Trying to keep the inning alive for the Generals and prevent a 1-2-3 inning. It would be the first 1-2-3 inning for Meade if she's able to sit her down. Delivered there, fouled back to us.
Yeah, I know early in the game I kind of knew what I was going to do towards my McInturf Player of the Game vote, but now this is wide open on both teams. And
I got nothing right now, man.
So you'll have to stay tuned to a little bit later to the Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show as we try to figure out who the McInturf Realty Player of the Game will be in this outstanding game.
Neal 1. Swung on, hard hit ground ball. Douglas fields it cleanly on to first. A 1-2-3 inning, and Sandy Valley getting the momentum back on their side. Cardinals at the plate right after this.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student-athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
Are you ready to take the next step toward your future? Join us for the next Buckeye Career Center open house Thursday, March 19th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. This is a combined high school and adult education event. Explore hands-on career tech labs and 10 full-time adult programs. Meet our staff and enjoy self-guided tours, plus a complimentary meal. High school students who apply for next school year receive a small gift, and adults will have their $50 application fee waived. Again, that's the next Buckeye Career Center open house, March 19th.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. As it is the bottom of the 6th inning coming up, Sandy Valley still trails 6-4. Ridgewood got those 6 runs in the first 2 innings, but it's been a very slow, methodical pace for the Cardinals, not giving up, not giving in, and they have fought themselves to right back within striking distance. At the plate, it will be Curley, who lined into a double play in the second and popped up to third. Her last time up. She'll swing at the first one she sees and fouls it back. After starting off with just 1 hit through the first 2 innings, Cardinals offense has awoken a bit. They've got 8 hits now to plate their 4 runs. Have left 4 runners on base. The 0-1. Swung on and missed as Lammers paints the outside corner again.
Yeah, that one was just a little outside for the reach of Curley, but Lammers did a nice job putting it out there, and she went after it.
Lammers looking for a 3-pitch punch out of Curley. The 0-2 swung on and fouled away. Curley has other plans, and she'll keep battling. Bottom part of the order for the Cardinals. Lucy Meade does have a single and a run scored, but it struggled a bit because 7, 8, 9 have combined for 3 strikeouts in this game. Curley in the 6th position fouls the 0-2 off and will do it again.
And all those youth players over here were giving chase after that foul ball.
That's good. Keeps them active. All their coaches are thinking, good, you practice running down those fly balls.
And mom and dad are thinking, go wear off some energy.
Lammers is 0-2. Swung on, tapper left side and foul. So good job by Curley fouling off 3 straight pitches. Keep battling there in the box. is filled in a little bit more around the field with the Sandy Valley Ridgewood baseball game going final. You weren't kidding, Shannon. The 0-2. Outside corner just away. Good eye from Curley that time. You and I have a great view left and right of the strike zone. A little bit harder to see up and down from up here.
Yeah, it's nice when we get to come to stadiums like this. We got these nice press boxes up in the air, so you get a better view. But we appreciate all fields we get to go to. Every field's got its own version, and we love calling softball and baseball games at all of them.
Lammers ready. Her 1-2. Swung on and missed as she will sit down Curley for out number 1. Going back to the end of the 5th inning, that's back-to-back punch-outs now for Lammers. That will bring her total to 6 for the ball game and will bring up Lucy Mead, a single and a sacrifice for her tonight. Mead, as Shannon mentioned, just a freshman on this Sandy Valley team.
Now every time she comes up to bat, I have to watch her routine of stepping on the base.
Bunt attempt fouled off the plate. You and I could hear the thump from up here.
And the thing is, she's got so much speed, I think she almost made it to the bag before the umpire was able to say foul.
A lot of speed out of that left-handed batter's box. And just like Shannon noted, same rhythm, same routine. Third baseman and Schrock will play well in. The 0-1. High in the zone, now 1-1. You get batters like that who got to have the same rhythm every time through.
And if you watch, even in professional sports, in college sports and baseball and stuff like that and softball, if you watch enough of those same players, you'll see all of their routines. It takes a minute to catch it.
1-1. Swung on, tapper too short. Lana charges, fires on to first, and it's not in time as Lucy Mead beats it out.
I'm telling you, that young lady's got so much speed right there. There's nothing else that Lana could have did over there at shortstop. She charged the ball. She picked it up, transitioned out of her glove clean, but the speed over there is what got her there.
And now it looks like coming into the game for Maley, we are going to have a pinch hitter, which looks like it is number 6 in Alyssa Hummel, who will come in for Maley. Maley, the second baseman, Hummel listed on the roster as an outfielder and second baseman, so we'll see if this is a full substitution or just the pinch hit. We'll wait and see when they come out for the defensive half inning.
Hummel, just a freshman.
One of 3 freshmen on this varsity roster. Lammers ready as Hummel will dig in. First delivery, a little bit low there for ball number 1. Hummel coming into this game, Shannon, has only appeared in 5 games, but still batting .375 with 6 runs driven in.
Well, now, and with the speed at first base, man, if you can get her to connect on something, you could get all the way to third and maybe even home.
1-0, swung on and missed. Snap throw down by Bates, almost right on top of the bag, but Mead was back in time. Well, you say on a snap throw you want to make the first baseman's job easy. I don't think you can put it more on it than that.
And Bates pretty much did that from the kneeling position. She didn't stand up and fire. She kind of was in the process of doing it both ways.
1-1, way high.
She just has a nice little, as soon as she catches her whole body, she twists it.
And it looks like we're going to have time called here.
Going to the second base umpire.
And I'm not sure what they want to talk about, if they're saying Mead might be getting started just a bit early, Shannon?
And you can see the coach come out talking to Mead like, listen, they're bringing it to his attention, so if you have to, just stay there an extra second.
Might also be telling her, look, we're not looking to swipe the bag in this situation, truthfully. Sometimes they also ask, never mind, Blue's staring right at the feet. So, yep, that's exactly what they were talking about. So, we'll see if Mead stays tight to the bag.
And it's hard, though. He's staring right at the feet. How's he going to see when the ball leaves the hand?
You got chameleon eyes. Next delivery, high, snap throw, down. Mead slides back in. Close, but she gets back in safely. as it's now 3-1. It's basically like chameleon eyes. You have to almost look out of your peripheral when that ball is released. Blue obviously having no problems with that lead off that time from Meade. Hummel ready. 3-1. Swung on and missed. Now a 3-2 count to Hummel. Lammers plenty of velocity out of her. We know that. Good locations again. No surprise. Schrock coming into this game. What was it I said, Shannon? I believe like a 2.29 ERA. Next delivery. Swung on and missed as she will sit down Hummel. Now 2 punch-outs this inning. Coming up to the plate, Eliana Cox, a sacrifice and a strikeout for her. Tying run at the plate for Sandy Valley. And honestly, depending on if this score stays the same, that's not far off from the season ERA mark for Lammers. Next delivery goes for the outside corner, and it's there. Cardinals say they want to have a say about that, though, and maybe bump up that ERA a little bit. Already plating 4 runs here, but still trailing by 2. The 0-1 inside and high.
Yeah, that one was a little bit high to try to wear that one.
You might wear a helmet, but I promise you still feel it. 1-1. Outside and away. Another snap throw down, a little low, but it was handled by Juris as Meade is back in safely.
There's been enough snap throws down there right now. I hate to say it, but you're kind of flirting with danger because sooner or later one of them's probably going to get by and you advance the runner.
2-1. Swung on and missed. Lammers just reared back and got the fastball by her. Sun's starting to set on a beautiful backdrop. Here from the field, noticing the right center banner and the legendary Hall of Fame coach in Jill Williams. Cardinals looking for the comeback to make another win on this season as the next offering in there to Cox is strike 3 punch-outs this inning for Lammers. We move on to the top of the 7th. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales. And once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
3-4-5 coming up to the plate from the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Bates, Schrock, and Lammers. Visiting side of the 7th inning. Cardinals are down to their last chances at the plate coming up next half inning. So for me in the defense, the MO is simple. Keep it a 6-4 ball game. Bates, an RBI double. That was one of the hardest hit balls we've seen this game, but since then she has grounded out twice. Meade, who has really settled in nicely after the 2nd inning, delivers. That's a line drive back up the middle and a base knock for Bates, who decided to go after the first one she saw on the inside part of the plate and drove it into left center.
Update from over at the baseball field. Ridgewood picks up the win over Sandy Valley 7-2.
Generals baseball team keeps on a rolling. Kira Schrock in, reached on an error, had an RBI double. I believe actually a 2 RBI double, in fact, and a strikeout. Meade gets set. They're offering to Schrock inside corner, and that's for a strike. Back-to-back plate appearances from Schrock. We've seen Meade go right to that inside corner to start things off. The 0-1. Swung on and fouled off. Might have been off of Schrock's leg.
Trying to look at these stat sheets and working on player of the game stuff, and we might have to let just Abby from Claxon Communication pick player of the game because this one might be a tough one.
I think you got a head shake of no from back there. The 0-2. Ground ball, left side. Douglas has it. On to first for the out. Heads up play there by Nadia Douglas. That was kind of a slow roller to her, so didn't think she had time to turn two. Schrock will move the runner into scoring position and bring up Addison Lammers.
Yeah, and like you said, that's just smart softball IQ right there. She didn't even attempt to look down the second. She knew that she had to concentrate on getting the out over at first.
Lammers, a single for her, a strikeout and a walk. Still looking for her first run driven in today. Meade delivers, and she'll foul it off the end of the bat. Meade rocks, steals. Inside as Lammers leans out of the way. Who looks back at her dugout and lets out a gasp as she's a little bit scared on that pitch. The 1-1. High and away. Petro gloves it and will keep Bates at second. Also did notice, Shannon, we've seen Britley Bates have a courtesy runner come in multiple times, but they left her out there to run this time.
Yeah, early in the game, she was on first with I don't know if they had any outs, maybe one out, and they brought in a courtesy runner, but maybe they want some aggression on the bases right now.
Up and away again, now 3-1 to Lammers. She had a great at bat last time up and walked after seeing a whole multitude of pitches. Now a 3-1. High again, and Lammers is given the free base, 2 on with 1 out. Jaden Jarvis coming to the plate, a single and 2 strikeouts for her. Courtesy runner will come in for Lammers, and if I'm not mistaken, and they will keep on pace with what they've done before, is it will be Waller to come over to first. Meade going to put all the focus on who's in the batter's box now. Got to keep this a two-run deficit before her team comes up to the plate. First delivery goes for the inside corner, drops just a bit low, now 1-0. The 1-0. Right down Broadway, now 1-1. Might be right down the middle to Jarvis, but like we said, we can't see depth and height from here. I think that one was right at the knees. That's a really good location if you can locate it there and the pitcher and the batter's not expecting it.
Yeah, like I said, Meade, after that first inning with all those errors, she really calmed down, and she's done a great job with all her pitch placement after that.
1-1, swung on and missed as she'll get Jarvis tied up going for the outside corner this time. Ridgewood plated 4 in the first, 2 in the second inning. Have not pushed a run across since there, but still hold the lead.
And like I said, a lot of those were defensive errors, nothing on the pitcher. The balls were put in play, just defensive errors.
1-2 is popped up left side. Meade comes racing in for it. Does Petro as well, but it's going to go over the backstop. And how many pitchers do you see, Shannon, in Bella Meade's case there, who's standing right behind her catcher on that foul ball right by the backstop?
Well, and you're a catcher. You know, sometimes the way those foul balls come off there, sometimes it's tough to catch with that big catcher's glove, and if somebody else can get in there and make a clean catch.
And the way the backspin works is, believe it or not, it will trail away from the backstop sometimes depending on your wind. So being right behind your catcher can help out. All depends on the angle it's hit at, of course. The 1-2. Swung on, line drive. Douglas has it go off high off of her chest. And being held there will be Bates at third, so we'll have bases loaded. Hard play for Douglas at short as she tried to keep it in front of her. Actually, I think it might have hit her on the leg. So Jarvis will stand on safely at first, and that will bring up Prue Fichuk, who reached on an error, struck out, and hit into a fielder's choice. That one was a screamer on the ground. It never came up off the ground, really.
No, I mean, she smoked that ball in a hurry. Like I said, it got out there, and it was hard for Douglas to make an adjustment.
Meade delivers to Fichuk. It's in there for a strike.
And also you have the runner coming off second directly at you, so you're kind of – you got a lot going on in your area, and it's just all didn't work out for you.
Today's presentation of high school softball brought to you in part, as it is all season long, by Right Mark Roofing. This means next one to Fichuk will bounce in there off the plate, now 1-1. Kind of thought about Right Mark Roofing because I'm looking over here at the wellness center that they have for Sandy Valley, and there's all that flat roof that Right Mark specializes in.
Yeah, if you got a commercial flat roof, man, you might want to get a hold of them and get it checked out. We had all that rain and stuff. If you get some backed up gutters, it can cause some damage.
Hard hit ground ball from Fichuk goes home, and it's wide of Petro. One run's going to come in and score as the throw was just a bit wide, and Bates scores to make it a 3-run ball game. It was Petro who laid out for it, trying to haul it in just a little bit wide. She was trying to keep, obviously, the toe on the plate to secure the out. Bates was coming home strong.
Yeah, and Douglas, she'll go back and look at that, and she'll think, I probably should have stepped on third first.
At the plate will be Braylee Cox. Cox, 2 strikeouts and a pop-out for her. She'll swing at the first one she sees and foul it between her legs. As the sun starts to set here a little bit more and the wind picks up, kind of a cool evening now from Magnolia.
Yeah, get those windows open and get that house cooled down.
The 0-1. Swung on, driven to left field. Left fielder going over for it, way up in the sky, and will make the grab for out number 2. Here comes the throw home. It's cut off, and it's an RBI sacrifice for Braylee Cox, and he'll make it an 8-4 ball game. Both runners at second and first, and Jarvis and Fichuk will stay put, but another insurance run comes across for the Generals. That'll bring up Eliza Fender. If you're Cox in that situation, yeah, you'd like to have a gap finder to score multiple runs, but if you're going to do anything with the ball, get it up in the air and get it deep enough to get that run home.
Yeah, you did your job right there. A lot of kids would be mad because they got out and didn't get on base or whatever. You did your job. You know, right now it's about winning.
Delivered there. Inside out of that pitch, and it will be caught there at second. So a 4-run deficit. What do the Cardinals have in the tank? Find out after this with Big Z Sports.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
As As a parent, a high school sports season can be exhausting, from traveling to games, eating on the run, getting to bed late, and oh yeah, still working your 9 to 5. After all that, you need to unwind, and there is no better way to do that than at one of the 10 lakes operated by the Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District. The opportunities are endless with things to do, plus the option of primitive tent camping or treating yourself to glamping in one of their cabins. See all the Muskingum Watershed offers by finding them at mwcd.org.
It is the top of the order due up for the Sandy Valley Cardinals, who trail 8-4 here live on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Ridgewood plates 2 for insurance runs that last half inning, as Brickley Bates comes home on a wide throw to the plate, and it was followed up by an RBI sacrifice from Braylee Cox that brought home, well, it wasn't Addison Lammers, it was her courtesy runner and Lacey Waller. So now 8-4, Shannon. We've seen Sandy Valley plate 2 back in the 4th inning. They're going to have to put up a bigger total than that to at least try to force extra innings.
Well, and you got what you want. You're in the bottom of the 7th. You got to get 4 runs, and you're at the top of your lineup. Problem is you got to go against Lammers in that defense.
Douglas is 2 for 3 today. She'll stand in and see a strike, now 1-1 in the count. After flying out to left, she had an RBI double and a single. Douglas, a lefty. Some really good, solid bat skills. Left fielder will play way in, leaving a big gap in left center. Delivery there, and she'll go to the right side. Cox has it go underneath her glove, and Douglas will reach safely. So the error at second will have the leadoff runner on. Cox just never quite got the glove down onto the ground. Grayson Winters will come in. She's ground out, struck out, and had a single.
Yeah, and she had that single her last at bat, so you're hoping she can continue with the hot bat now.
For Ridgewood, having just one error to that point, Schrock, the third baseman, will play well in. Delivery there, low and away for ball number 1 to Winters. Douglas has some real nice speed over at first, so anything in the gap, I'm sure. No, there's nobody gone. Don't know how far they'll push it with a 4-run deficit. Swung on, hard hit ground ball. Lana Fields tries to throw on to second, but Cox can't get over there in time. And there's that speed of Douglas paying off, Shannon.
Yeah, and I think it's routine where you turn and go for the double play, and after she threw it, you could see her body language like, oh, she wasn't even close to the bag yet, and gave up that out at first base.
Bellamede will come in, pop out, a double, and an RBI single. This is exactly what you need if you're the Cardinals. Start chaining some things together. Ridgewood, we were just talking in that last break, do have the 4-run lead at this point. As the first one delivered there will bounce into Meade. It's 1-0. They do have the 4-run lead. However, they left 7 on base in their offensive outings. They left 1 on base, 1 through 5. And then in that 7th inning, left 2 on base for that total of 7. That's 7 runs that you didn't get across the plate. 1-0. Fouled straight back to the cage. And in a situation like this, in a Sandy Valley team that just never goes away, you don't want that looming in the back of your head to hear late.
Yeah, cause that's a stat right now. Doesn't seem big to anybody else sitting out there, but if something happens here and Sandy Valley can make a run at this, then you start thinking about, man, what ifs?
Lammers, for the most part, has been pretty much in control in the middle and lower parts of this order. Top of the order has given her a bit of fits as Meade will dance out of the way. It's now 2-1. In fact, this top of this order for Sandy Valley, you had Douglas. She did reach on an error there, but she came in with 2 hits prior to that. Winters had a single and then followed it up with a, reaching base there on that attempt from Lana to go to second. Meade has 2 hits as well. Petro comes in with 2 hits. Meade drives it center field. Going back for it is the center fielder who will make the grab. Now Douglas is going to try to tag and reach third, and she'll be in there safely. Both runners will advance. So for Meade, gave it a heck of a ride and will advance both runners for the first out. And now we'll set it up for Petro to try to drive both of them in.
Yeah, like I said, nice job by the center fielder right there. Didn't worry about what was going on in here. Just get over there and make a nice solid catch. I mean, the runners were going to advance regardless if you caught it or if you dropped it.
And for Feechuk, after having one dropped in the outfield earlier, that's probably a pretty good feeling. Petro, I misspoke. She has a single reached on an error and has popped up. Delivery from Lammers, high and tight, and that'll be in there for a strike. Up and in part of the zone for Petro, who likes to be able to extend the bat out and put a lot of charge into it. That up and in's kind of hard. You really got to get those hands started early if you're going to reach up to that. Lammers is 0-1. Swung on, smashed to center, popped way high. Center fielder's going to have to make a race for it. Second baseman can't make the catch in Cox. Here comes the throw in, not in time, as both runners will move up and Petro will reach. Cox tried to make the basket catch, but another hit, Shannon, for these teams that just fell into the perfect spot.
Yeah, it fell in the perfect spot. And it was a second baseman that tried to trail all the way over there to make that catch. Just a tough play to make right there.
Looks like we have a mound visit. We'll see if there is a change coming up here. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. 8-5, Ridgewood leads. Big Z Sports is back after this.
Planning for the future isn't just about documents, and at Bratton Law LLC, it's about peace of mind. With years of practical experience in estate planning, elder law, special needs planning, real estate, business, and guardianship, Bratton Law attorneys see firsthand how families end up in probate. They can help you protect your loved ones, preserve your assets, and give you control every step of the way. Plan today with confidence with Bratton Law LLC. Learn more online at brattonlawcoshocton.com or call 740-202-9557.
Back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Brooklyn Davis at the plate after that brief mound visit. Addison Lammers still with the ball in her hand in the circle, trying to make sure everybody is on the same page. Runners at the corners. Davis at the plate. She had a 2 RBI double earlier in this game. She'll go after the first one she sees and fouls it back to the cage. You remember earlier in the game, too, Petro had a similar situation when she was on first base. Tried to draw the throw down, and she got it. Runner did not advance from third, and she got the stolen base. See if they try to put something else in motion here, but with one gone and this being the final frame, still trailing by 3, we'll see how aggressive Sandy Valley wants to be. Davis digs back in. Lammers is next delivery. Driven down left field line. That one's going to fall and score another run. All the way to the fence. Petro going to get waved to third and will be held up there. It is an RBI double again for Brooklyn Davis.
Yeah, Davis with a huge double right there. And that one was just perfect. Painted it right down the line. It went all the way to the fence, and it looked like it might have got wedged against the fence right there as Craigo was, like, reaching for it and had to get a second grip. And she did a nice job picking it up and getting it in.
Shannon's got a visitor now.
Yeah, it's getting
on the screen.
Getting warm, and all the wasps are coming out. All that area out there to fly around. He wants to hang out with me.
So now a 2-run ball game. As at the plate will be Brenna Curley. She'll see the first one high and away for a ball. The middle part and the bottom part of this order, Shannon, has had varying success against Lammers. Lammers been a little bit more confident with the lower parts of this order. But with one gone here and both runners in scoring position, all it takes is a gap finder, and we got a tie ball game. Swung on and missed as Curley can't catch up to it. She lined into a double play in the second, popped out in the fourth, and struck out in the sixth. For Lammers now, this inning now was giving up 12 hits, believe it or not. Swung on and missed by Curley. I did not realize there had been that many hits for the Cardinals, but a dozen of them so far.
Yeah, they've done a nice job, and just gotta. You need at least one more right here, one more nice hit.
8-6 ball game. Thanks for tuning in with Big Z Sports on what's been another fun night in high school softball. This one always seems to has a little bit of drama down the stretch. Now 2-2. Well, what it is about these two when they meet each other on the softball diamond.
When this game first started out and it jumped out 6-0 in the first 2 innings, I kind of thought to myself, Sandy Valley's in trouble. But these young ladies showed us that these Cardinals don't quit, and they've fought their way back.
2-2, swung on and missed, and that's a big punch out for Lammers for out number 2. So that'll bring up the Cardinals now down to their final out as Lucy Mead, the right fielder, comes in. She has a pair of singles and a sacrifice. They will bring the left fielder in, with Mead being more of a slap hitter out of the left-handed batter's box. Third base will play in, short, kind of shaded over towards her. Runner on third in Petro, runner on second in Davis. Mead fouls the first one straight back. If you're Mead, if you can find that left center gap, you know you've got a tie ball game. No pressure at all for a freshman, right?
I mean, hey, the freshman's lived up to the hype all day long. She's done an outstanding job. Regardless of what happens here, she's had a great game.
The 0-1. Swung on and missed as Lammers went high and out. Cardinals down to their last strike. Generals trying to hold on. Lammers making sure she's got the right call in. We noticed the quite a few members of the Sandy Valley and the Ridgewood baseball teams now on the outfield. Foul tip back into the glove of Bates, and a punch out there for Lammers will bring this one to an end. Ridgewood survives and picks up the 8-6 victory. After jumping out to a 6-0 lead, Sandy Valley never went away, but the Generals have just enough in the tank to pick up the win, Shannon.
Yeah, like I said, just an outstanding battle between these two teams. Ridgewood jumped out early on some errors by the defense of the Cardinals. Cardinals offense come to life, fired, got the bats hot, came back, and their defense helped Mead out late in the game, and it just at the end it was the Generals were just a little too much.
We shift gears and go to your Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show, and we'll award a McInturf Realty Player of the Game. The final score, Ridgewood tops Sandy Valley 8-6. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Canadian-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Canadian-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Save the date. Customer Appreciation Days are happening at Keim Home Center and Keim Mount Hope Hardware, April 13th through the 18th. Join us for a full week of celebrating you, our customers, with 10% off select items store-wide, live demos in the shop, gift card giveaways, food, and more. Visit us online at keimhome.com or follow Keim on Facebook for more details. We'll see you April 13th through the 18th for Customer Appreciation Days at Keim Home Center in Charm and Keim Mount Hope Hardware.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
For the final time today, live on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel, as we move on to the Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show, the Ridgewood Generals top the Sandy Valley Cardinals 8-6. And boy, what a interesting ball game we had here, Shannon, because Ridgewood jumped out to that 6-0 lead in those first 2 innings. Sandy Valley then went from there and plated runs from there in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning, then actually pushed 2 across in the 7th and just never quite went away. But at the end, it was Ridgewood who had the edge. Addison Lammers kind of weathering the storm. We had talked about her having 13 strikeouts the last time we saw her. Well, that's about what she gave up in hits, but overall the Generals offense having just enough, and thanks to that big 6-run first 2 innings, kind of held on to the end.
And that's one of these wins that the Generals will go down. They'll look at a lot of things that they did wrong, and they'll correct those. But at the end of the day, this turned out to be a good team win for them because when somebody else is down, somebody else stepped up. Somebody else wasn't hitting good, somebody else stepped up. They did a nice job base running when they got on base. They did a nice job defensively to back up their pitcher. And like you said, they struggled a little bit at different times, but a great team win.
So the loss will be absorbed there on the mound for Bella Meade for Sandy Valley. Meade coming into this ball game, that will be her move her to a 6-3 record. Not the sharpest experience that outing that we've seen from her. However, you still saw some of the great stuff that Meade has brought. And look, let's face it, we know that this is a quality Ridgewood team, regardless of what the last 4 games have been for them. This is still a 10-win Ridgewood ball club.
Yeah, and you're going to have those up and downs when the season comes. It's a very good ball club, and Sandy Valley, they showed their grit again today. They fought hard. They try to get back in that game. They got back in the game. They got within 2 runs. Then they gave up 4 more. They fought back, got it back within 2 runs. Just they didn't go away. I kind of think maybe they just ran out of time today.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been kind of part of the issue there that happened for them. For Sandy Valley, you had runs driven in there by Nadia Douglas. Bella Meade also had an RBI. Brooklyn Davis with 3 RBIs on the game as well, as the team comes up just a little bit short and will fall to, I believe, 9-4 on the season. As for the Ridgewood Generals picking up the victory here today, we had a heck of a time figuring out a McInturf Realty player of the game because, back to your point, this was such a nice team win. Everybody contributing in some way. We went back and forth trying to figure this one out. It was not an easy job for us this time.
No, it wasn't an easy job. And like I said, there was multiple players we could have went with. And at the end of the day, I'll let you announce who we went with.
Well, we went with a senior who showed the leadership you expect out of a senior. And, whenever you are in the leadoff spot of an order, your main job, no matter what, is get on base and getting innings started, or get it started that inning whenever it is that you lead off, or come in and produce in a big way. And on top of that, depending on where you are in the field, you should probably play some pretty good defense. And that's part of the reason that we went with our McInturf Realty player of the game being senior shortstop in Cadence Lana for the Ridgewood Generals. Reached base safely 3 times here tonight, scored 2 runs. And look, she had a couple balls that were hit past her at short, but she never stopped on the effort side of things, laying out for balls, trying to field everything. She also made some heck of a nice plays, too, whenever she was able to get the ball in her glove.
Yeah, like you said, the all-out effort by her, and she kind of got things going early with her base running, and she did an outstanding job.
So that will do it for today's presentation. A huge thanks, as always, to Claxon Communications for all that they do, and Bryce and Abby making everything work for us on the live stream end of things. Of course, be sure to tune in tomorrow. Big Z Sports back in action. And, in fact, we got plenty more coming out the rest of the week. Check out our Facebook page for all of your schedule updates. For my co-presenter and Shannon Thomas, I'm Nick McWilliams. Ridgewood picks up the 8-6 victory. And don't go anywhere, Z Country. We'll be back at a high school again near you soon.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of High School Sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.